million miles away. I will keep myself, I will find a way. The sun comes out. Last night was shaking and pretty loud. My cat is purring, it's scratching my skin. So what is wrong with another sin? The bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More days to come, new places to go. I've got to leave, it's time for a show. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. My body's burning, it starts to shout. Desire is coming, it breaks out loud. Lost is in cages, till storm breaks loose. Just have to make it with someone I choose. The night is calling, I have to go. The wolf is hungry, he runs the show.
This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era Podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support. Everything Xbox Era does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. Hello, friends, and welcome back to episode 281 of the Xbox Era Podcast. We're here to discuss the latest in gaming from across the industry. But overall, we're focused on maybe not anybody's favourite platform this week, Xbox. We're a fiercely independent and community-driven publication, and it's all made possible by you lovely lot. Whether you're listening to us now on Spotify, watching us on Spotify, watching us live on YouTube, or you're a paying Patreon member of the community, we love you and we couldn't do it without you. So big shout outs to our MVPs, executive producers, but especially our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. And of course, it goes without saying, our wonderful CEO, Torn Raptor. As always, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back at this. It's Special Nick.
What's going on?
and that is setting the tone for the energy of the show. Perhaps Jesse can mix things up. It's reviews editor Jesse Norris.
I'm so fucking tired after this week, man. Holy shit. It's been fun, but I am tired.
So am I the only one that's perhaps high energy today?
No, I got plenty of energy. I brought some liquid luck. You know my drink of choice.
I'm a bit flat.
Bit flat, bit down, bit Debbie Downer.
You can still get the face, though.
Collingwood
shit.
lost
Oh.
last night.
Oh,
Wait, is this the final?
they're out.
Nah, the preliminary final. That was the game to make the grand final.
And they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
Oh.
Well, you're on the show next week.
Yep,
That's
on the show.
that's a positive.
You're on the show.
Yeah.
There you go, consolidation prize.
I was
You're on the
excited
show.
to do all the grand final week stuff, and the kids are devastated.
Yeah, it's never fun.
Yeah, it's
That's why I'm glad I'm not into sport. Like,
I was, like Travis can attest, we were both way into sports, but then the Patriots were a dynasty. The Red Sox won 4 World Series after not having won one for almost a century. The Celtics have now won 2 championships. The Bruins, like everybody won. So it's like, I'm good. I'm good for the rest of my life. They
Yeah,
can never win again.
yeah.
I just enjoy
Like,
watching it now.
I've got too much, like, and this is just my opinion. I'm not much for sport in any way, shape, or form. But, like, there's too much stuff that affects me directly going on in my life to worry about stuff like that. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I don't begrudge anyone on sport.
It ruins my week.
Yeah.
When,
And I'm glad I don't have
loses,
that sort of extra effect on my life.
absolutely ruins my week.
Oh, we got a
Shit.
Chinic up this week, folks. I don't know what chat can do,
Shit.
but
I gave him a video game.
I gave him a video
Ping
game
pong
last
video
week.
game. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're just going to try and give him some video games. That'll cheer him up.
He won't
Yeah.
play
A
them,
little
but it'll
smile
cheer
at
him.
the fella.
Yeah, he's not going to play them, but he's going to collect them, and that feels good.
It's really funny.
It's really good.
We were watching, you know, like, I don't know if anybody else does this. You know, you're a couple, you're in bed, and you doom scroll together. And then if you find a funny reel or whatever, you'll be like, and you'll show your other half. Does anybody do that? I presume everybody does that. It's pretty
Yeah.
normal. And we've discovered that, I can't remember what service it is because I don't often do it. But we found that the best stories are told by Australians.
Yeah,
Like the best
I
kind of
believe that.
anecdotal, jokey stories. And we came across this animation of a guy talking about being in a building accident, and he was 6 floors up. He was a bricklayer, and he had a load of bricks he had to take down. So he rigged up a pulley system and put them all in this bucket, and cast the bucket off, and then held the rope, and then at the bottom, and then he did not think, and the bucket of bricks was worth 250 kilograms, and he only weighed 70. So as he let it go, he went flying 6 stories up, caught his hand in, hit the bucket on the way past, broke everything, and then he let go, and the bottom of the bucket dropped all the bricks when it hit the bottom, and then he went back down, met the bucket on the way back down, it broke his fucking collarbone and shit, and then he's landing on the top of a pile of bricks, and then the bucket comes back down again and breaks both of his legs. And the way the Australian is
Jesus
telling the story, I
Christ.
was just like, this is pure gold. It was very funny. Anyway, I digress. Random tangent. It's good to be back. It's an interesting week in video games. There's plenty to talk about news-wise. And
There's a
we
lot
will
of
get
people
into it.
caught off guard in the industry that shouldn't have been.
I have. We all have thoughts. We'll get into it. But before we do that, let's do the fun stuff. Let's do the
Ooh.
enjoyable. You know, the reason you're all watching right now, the reason we pick up a controller, it's those lovely things called video games. Have we been playing any this week? Nick, before we
Not
do that,
yet.
we've got a super chat from Jay Foley, so you
An
may as well
early
deal with
super
that,
chat.
sir.
It's a miracle.
Jay Foley, you think it is possible Xbox could integrate Steam achievements into Xbox achievements? I feel like that could put them ahead of GOG on integrating the PC stores into Xbox. Have a good day, guys. It's interesting.
Steam
that you
achievements are
say that.
really not secure in any way. You can just run a script and unlock all of them in pretty much any game.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean,
That's very interesting.
I don't know. Like, effectively, most modern games, the Steam achievements are the same as the PlayStation trophies, are the same as the Xbox achievements, right? More
The
or less.
actual.
Like, they'll be identical. They've just adapted to those 3 different systems. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I I think so.
More or less. Like there might be variations, but for the most part, that's how I imagine it works. I don't know if there'll ever be some sort of integration like that though, because they are fundamentally different versions. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's possible or worthwhile to anybody. I don't know.
Don't know.
But yeah, thanks, Jay Foley. It's an interesting question. There are some things about Steam and Xbox that we will talk about in a little while. But yeah, Nick, you been playing any video games?
Not new ones.
That's okay.
Just still making my way through all the ones I'm playing. Like I'm almost beat Shinobi now, and I've 100%ed every level up until the one I am up to, which I think is the second last. Like the map, Jesse, the map has... Oh, he's not there.
He can probably hear you. He's got headphones on, right?
Oh, I was going to ask him if the map shows every level up front. Because if it does, if the map shows every level up front, then I think I'm at the second last level.
He hasn't got his headphones on.
No, he doesn't have his headphones on.
I do now.
With Shinobi, every level is there up front on the map. It's not like levels open up. They're all there, but they're blacked out, and you get to them, yeah? So I think I'm up to the second last level, and I've been 100%ing them all up until then.
Well, when you're at the last area, you can see what's coming, so you would know exactly.
Yeah, that's right. So I think I'm up to the second last level. So nearly done with Shinobi, which is good, because I do want to 100% it. But apparently 2 of the achievements are like, involve playing the game again. And I'm like, bro. And also, the game counter, the in-game time counter for Shinobi is broken, because my save file says that I've been playing Shinobi for, I think it says 190 hours.
Oh, it might have. If you were in
quick resume. So
then,
I think it's counting me in quick resume. So, yes, I've played a lot of Shinobi apparently.
Yeah, your Xbox stats should be closer.
Yeah, it'll probably be slightly more accurate. Yeah, and there's little bugs that come with Ninja Gaiden when it sits in Shinobi when it sits in quick resume. Like the map can break and stop working, so I had to quit the game. I had to quit out of my game completely, restart it, and then the map started working again. So it's funny, the little bugs I discovered because it was in quick resume for so long.
I think Shinobi was the last thing I reviewed on Xbox.
Really?
Yeah. Everything this month has been PC.
Wow.
Interesting.
Fun times. Fun times. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stupid question. Have you been playing any games? Let's be honest. I don't know. Some things you can't talk about, some things you can. Have you been playing any games in a very short space of time in an incredible turnaround that is a miracle to behold?
Yeah, so Dying Light the Beast, they held out to give me Xbox code. If you want to know why, we normally are like, please, if Xbox is going to be close or at launch or way after PC, just give us PC and then give us Xbox later, and we'll take Xbox footage and be able to say how it runs on there, but have beaten the game, which is going to be the same in the end on both. I had 2 days for Dying Light the Beast, which was an almost 25-hour game. So they held out until Xbox code was ready, so I have an hour of Xbox footage in the review, because after that hour, they delisted the game and took away the preload because online multiplayer wasn't working for co-op. It's like, please just let me play it. I don't care if I can't do co-op. Just let me play this on... I'm already an hour in. Nope. Threw me, thankfully, some Steam codes. John has one. We can make him play it and get very scared. Because Dying Light the Beast is great. It also looks and runs great on Xbox. It is their C engine. It's not Unreal or anything like that. It's not Unity. It is their own engine. They are a tech land after all. By far the best playing Dying Light game. Game's known for having excellent parkour. Like, it is the smoothest, best feeling parkour. It's got the driving stuff that they introduced after one of their 17,000 patches in the original Dying Light. It's not too big, which was the main issue with Dying Light 2, which I still really liked, but it did drag on a little bit. In retrospect, this game looks great. It runs great. The writing's fine. The story's okay. It's predictable, but it's not bad predictable. It's just like, oh, I'm pretty sure I know where this is going to go and who's going to survive, and I ended up being pretty accurate. That turnaround wasn't great, so hopefully the review quality is okay. You are Kyle Crane from the first game. He's back. This one does attempt to bridge Dying Light 1 and 2 in various ways. It was originally an expansion for Dying Light 2, which is why if you bought the original Ultimate Edition for Dying Light 2, they honored that and give you it for free, even though it is a $60 game now. They delisted that version once they made that decision to make it its own game, but they still honor those original purchases.
That's pretty decent of them.
Yeah, like the new Ultimate Edition doesn't have it, but the old one did, and they kept it up. But yeah, as you can see, running on Xbox right here, it looks great. For them, I think the character models are far and away the best they've had. Animate the best, and the gameplay is just really good. Combat feels great. Movement feels damn near perfect. Even though it's a pretty squished FOV overall, I think that actually kind of helps with how much the camera's going to move because of dynamic all of it is. It's really, really good. Looks great. Is, I think, the perfect length for the number of gameplay systems, where obviously it is just a big melee game with guns. A lot more. Dying Light 2 had no guns at launch. This one's got them in there. Ammo is decently scarce, but not too bad. And highly recommend if you're into it. But if you're not dying to play it, and there's 900 other games coming out. I wasn't going for a pun. It's just... it works, but you can't give me credit for it. It is extremely different than Dead Island 2 RF. It is a serious game focused on platforming and being absolutely terrifying at night. There is no scarier thing for me in games than the volatiles at night in Dying Light. They were super
Sounds like
scary.
I shouldn't play this.
You took a code. You don't have a choice now. When it is nighttime, everything you get more experience. You get the best loot. Some quests require it, but it's a trade-off because dark is dark. Like, there's no fake lighting. You can't see shit without using your flashlight. But if you use your flashlight, the volatiles, who are stupidly powerful zombies, will just chase you until you are dead, or you're lucky enough to get into a safe zone. It is legitimately really scary.
I handle that. I can't.
You're gonna have to when we're doing our charity stream. Most likely, I'm gonna make that an incentive. John plays Dying Light 2 or Dying Light
but
the
it's
Beast.
co-op. We're doing it together, so you can save me.
Yeah, I won't be scared. I've already beaten it.
That's cool. That's fine. I mean,
yeah. No, the thing I can talk about, I can't talk about the other thing, even though it's a thing people thought they could talk about. Other than that, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I did a stream of, I think, the very first Xbox footage, because I got the code, and they said, no embargo on anything. I was like, does that include streaming? Because I don't see anyone streaming it on Twitch, even though tons of people have PS5 code. They're like, yeah, no, it's fine. Go ahead. So I did. I streamed an hour of it, and that game is excellent. The only issue I have with the Xbox version are, like, muted colors. Like, it's a very colorful game, but it's not bright, and it doesn't seem to have HDR, which is disappointing, because otherwise it looks and plays great. You do have to do some tweaking, because it's pretty easy by default. So you want to bump up the speed and figure out, like, put the dynamic camera on and some other stuff, and it's just an excellent kart racer.
I played a bit of that with Kat today in split screen. And yes, it is an excellent kart racer. It ticks all of the kart racing boxes that one would assume needs to be ticked. However, I feel like with all of the assists off, it is horrific to control. Now, whether that's by design or not, but with the assists on, it feels like it's swung to the other extreme where, and when I say assists, I'm not talking like auto steer, auto item, auto boost, all of that. I'm just
like
talking
there's
about
driving assist so that you don't spin out on drifting and stuff.
Yeah, it's just the don't spin out. And and then that feels way too to the other degree where I feel like the computer is trying to take over all the time, and I can't seem to find a happy medium. I was impressed with the options. It does look great.
It's
but
a big grindy game. You're gonna need to the highest speeds that everything was unlocked when I played at SGF, and the super high speeds were really hard, and felt really good. So even now, what's defaulted up to and unlocked by default early on is easy mode, and you've got to get to hard mode, which is a little annoying.
And it was easy, but I also feel like it doesn't feel as good. And I'm surprised I'm saying this because I'm not a huge Nintendo fan, but it does not feel as good as Mario Kart. And I think that therein lies the rub. They've got all of the features that if we were living in a world where Nintendo released everything in a world that we all want, right? We can cross-play, we can, all of that jazz. But it is just missing that feel, and I can't put it any better than that. Sorry, I lack the words, I lack the vocabulary, but it does miss that feel to me of how good it just feels to drive around in Mario Kart comparatively. So I'm going to play a little bit more. My kids are back on Monday, and they're definitely going to want to do some racing together. So I'll see, but that's not arguably been taking up the majority of my time this week.
Wow.
Because it's all about jump space, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And
all you're crying about your review numbers.
I'm delighted now. I was where. I mean, I was a bit jaded because I did put a lot of effort into the jump space review, and then like
my Dying Light's barely at $2,000.
I know. I should shut up. But big thank you to everybody that shared it. Jump space is probably one of my favorite things I've played this year. It's very, very high up there. It's definitely in the top 5 of things somewhere. It's absolutely my jam. Cooperative first-person shooter where you are crewing a spaceship and working together in Sea of Thieves style as you go out on mission-based runs with a roguelite flavoring.
With no PvP at all.
0 PvP. It's all against the world and the systems. And there's crazy shit that can happen, like randomized events where the meteor storm will suddenly come in and you've been knocked off course and you've got to recalibrate your systems, or a solar flare might kick up and you need to hide behind debris. It's seamless to transition out of the ship and go and jetpack around and barrel roll as a player. I am in love with it. It's got some really, really, really neat ideas. And this is an early access title, so it's $20 right now. I think it's a little bit less than 20 quid, but yeah, $20.
15 quid.
It's nowhere near finished, put it bluntly. Like, we're probably going to be like a year or more away from the finished.
And John, what was the news they had today? That's all positive.
Well, yeah. Keepsake Games announced earlier today that it has been purchased by over 130,000 players across Xbox and Steam. Those are the 2 platforms that it's out on.
Exclusively not on PlayStation because they don't have a preview program. Yeah.
But I can't. I wanted to play it all day, but I've also was obligated to binge watch the season 5 of The Expanse, which was great too. We just finished it before the show. Yeah, if you've got, you can play it solo, but if you've got a good bunch of buddies, it's a lot of fun to take on some of the harder missions. And
yeah, if you're solo, you get a CPU buddy, right?
Buddy bot. Yeah, you get a buddy bot, and he talks to you, and there's kind of, hello, I'm the buddy bot. And yeah,
he's the robot.
Yes, pretty much that.
God, that sounded like your thing stuffed up.
Yeah, this robot one I'm not a huge fan of. They've got different types though.
And Esther in the chat, Slow Horses does start next week. I'm torn whether to watch one episode a week or just wait until it's all done and then binge watch it. But
how's it? Oh shit! Wow, this robot one's worse.
Yeah, just don't use
this robot one wins, but I won't use it anymore.
We've got a super chat from Jay Foley.
Jay Foley. Any news on Asus or Xbox sending you an Xbox Ally, or even if Lenovo sending you a Legion Go 2? Would love to see more tech reviews from you guys.
No news.
No news is maybe good news.
You want a tech review? If I can figure out a way to mount this the K3 from Turtle Beach for Xbox, KD3, Katie Lang. If I can figure out a way to mount this in my house and use it, you'll get a review.
Yeah, I don't know any of the review timings for any of this stuff, to be honest. As per
Very
my
big YouTubers have had the Legion Go 2, it seems. But
Well,
only the biggest of the big.
But
So
equally, on the Legion Go 2 front, there is stock issues. They have started cancelling pre-orders for people that had pre-ordered it because they haven't made enough of them. So do we expect a review unit for a channel like ours? No. Obviously, if you've watched the Xbox Era channel, I have the Xbox full screen experience, the handheld mode.
but it's not.
on my,
I don't think a lot of people realize it doesn't turn off Windows, so you're not gaining those benefits from it because Windows is still just running behind it.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Like it's not.
So
It's,
Windows is there.
yeah.
It's not the full thing. Like, so it does disable some stuff that would normally boot up with Windows, like Explorer and stuff like that. And you do save around 2 gig of memory, but it hasn't got the full fat optimizations. Armory Crate isn't integrated into the.
Yeah,
into
you don't
the,
have a Nexus button.
Yeah, I've had to program this button to do it, but it means now that this button doesn't do what it should do in some games, and it's like.
Well, you don't need the button. If you swipe from the left, it should do it.
Yes, you're correct. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could program the button, but yeah, you can swipe up and activate the task manager effectively and close things down. You can swipe in from the left, and you'll get the doohickey there.
John's video for that did very well, and it ate up the notification for my Dying Light the Beast review, and I'm not bitter at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. But yes, we are hoping that Microsoft will send some across.
We're not expecting.
But I'm not expecting it, to be honest. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. You know, we can only do what we can do, folks.
We would not have the money to buy them.
Yeah, and we definitely.
However much they end up being.
Yeah, and I suppose that leads us nicely into the big topic of the day, I suppose, that everyone's probably got an opinion on, I imagine. Xbox have put their prices up again, but just in the US this time.
Yep.
It's kind of nuts.
Tariffs.
Right? Let's
Let's
talk about this.
macroeconomic situations, because they won't say tariffs.
I believe all of these prices have seen a bump up from the original launch price by almost 30%, right? So right from the last price bump, the Series S has gone up from $379.99 to $399.99.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I bought that for like, I don't know, 280 quid.
My kid got his on sale for $160 US during a Black Friday.
The Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition was $730, is now a whopping $800.
So that has a double hit. I don't know if you guys have seen, but NAND and DRAM shortages, which are essentially just supply constraints because they can to up prices. So NAND memory for SSDs has just flown up like 15-20% in cost in the last week for no reason other than they can do that.
Yeah. It's now more expensive than a PS5 Pro to buy a 2 terabyte Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm.
Nick,
console that
you strike
everyone
me as a man with an opinion. What do you think about this?
A console that everyone already wasn't buying just got more expensive. What fantastic news that is. I mean, we all know why they did it. Like, yes, would it be nice if the $1 trillion company just took the hit? Yeah, that would be great. Is that ever going to be a reality?
Not anymore.
No, because they're scum.
Well, I mean, they're all pretty much of the mindset of not losing money on consoles anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So this is their third price up. So their difference was whenever they up the prices, they also up them in the US. The only difference with PlayStation is the first 2 times it was worldwide, but not US. And then the last time it was US.
It was US.
Just US.
All the stock they had stockpiled at the cheaper prices ran out.
Because they get
so then they had to up the prices.
So the one of the big differences with them is they have 3 months of headway on keeping stuff in warehouses. 3 months after the announcements, prices all went up in the US. Whereas Microsoft is much more build to company demand. So like the companies that sell the stuff. So they build them as the companies say, we're going to need this much this month and all that type of stuff, supposedly. They don't pay for warehouse space. They've always kind of been that way.
I'm curious. What do you think about it, Nick? Do you think that this is a classic rake step from Microsoft once again? Last thing on a Friday, boom, here's some bad news. Have a great weekend, everybody.
That's what they're famous for, aren't they?
I mean, a rake step would be, let's put out a thing saying we've sold the most we've ever done and then raise the prices. Like, that's an actual rake step. A consequences of the way the global market works isn't a foible. Like, all prices are all going up. It's not a rake step that beef is 20% more expensive. No, it just is.
So I have an opinion on this, right? And it's a hot take, which is rare for me because I normally consider my opinions a little bit. But I think that for all of the industries, why would you buy an Xbox anyway? Why does anybody right now watching this give two shits? I'm just asking the question. Why do you care?
We all have Xboxes.
Everyone who wants one probably has one.
And that is again what I think Microsoft think, right? They are like, you know what? This gen's a write-off. The tariffs are fucked. It's costing us too much money to make these things.
Component prices are only going up, including TSMC is going up another 6%
so we'll
next
just
year.
up prices because everybody that has one, and that's.
Do you want to know how dumb the
tariffs.
tariffs are? Do you want to know how dumb the tariffs are? So I went to the post office. I went to the post office the other day. So a mate of mine from the US, who I think is also a patron of ours, a mate of mine from the US goes, "Hey, I collect Halo steelbooks." Right? I'm like, okay. He goes, "There's these steelbooks on eBay, but they're in Australia, and the guy won't send them to me if I buy them." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." So I bought it, and he gave me the money. I said, "I'll send them." Cool. I went to send them, and I made the mistake of writing on the form that what I'm sending is worth about $150. Because he paid like just over 100 Australian for these 4 games.
Wow.
And then the lady at the post office is like, "Don't send them." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Because of the tariffs, the US is just going to send them back because it's over $100. So the US is just going to send them straight back." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, wait till after the 25th. Oh my God. So I just went to another post office and put no value of what I was sending.
Oh, shit. Police are coming.
And she starts asking me all these questions about these games. I said, "Yeah, they're mine. I'm sending them to him as a gift. I don't know what they're worth. I have no idea what they're worth. They could be worth 2 cents. They could be worth 20
What's the
bucks.
smallest limit that's covered?
Yeah.
Put that.
And then she's like, "All right, I'll just put that they're worth 50 cents each." I'm like, "Yep, done. No worries. They're worth 50 cents. I just got the text this morning that they've landed in America.
$400 in tariffs, please.
Yeah, and they're like, because of the tariffs, yeah, they if it's over $100, they like won't take it.
Yeah, because they got rid of the de minimis exception, which was $800 and less. Beef. Or no.
God,
Yeah.
I was just like, seriously?
And one of the major issues with games is that they are considered a toy. They are not considered a computer. So, like, why are iPhones the same price? They got the exception. Why is the Xbox handheld probably going to be fine? It has the exception. It is a computer. Because I keep seeing people saying, yeah.
She's going to me, "What's the HS tariff code for the games?" I'm like, "I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. How would I know that?"
I'm just a civilian posting some shit.
Yeah.
What is this?
How would I know what the tariff code is? And she's like, "Oh, we'll Google it." I'm like, "All right, man, Google it." Oh my God, seriously. I said to my mate, I go, "No wonder none of the Aussie eBayers want to send this shit to America. It's a fucking head fuck."
It's completely like most people just don't ship to America anymore.
Don't get me wrong. From a personal perspective, I think it's fantastic that early adopters win for once. I think that's great.
I think that's how it's going to be moving forward. I don't think prices are ever going to really drop.
Yeah.
No. I think the way it'll happen now is the prices will start way higher so that they can drop. I think. I
don't think the Switch 2 will ever go down. I think they will bundle in games.
I'm talking about new consoles going forward. I'm talking about the next PlayStation, the next Xbox. I think they'll start ridiculously
Well, the PlayStation's already the Switch 2 is already way higher than it should be. They didn't lose a penny on it. Yeah.
I'm just saying that the next Xbox, I think you will find, will probably be like really expensive. And that way they give themselves the wriggle room to drop the price.
The rumors are lots of different SKUs from OEMs of all different. Like you got your minimum, which is like the Xbox. You have to hit this baseline. But then from there, people can go way up. So you can have like a $2,000 one if you wanted.
Because you got to remember, generations last beyond a president's term. So there's a chance that someone gets in that's not a fucking dickhead, and then all this stuff normalizes, and we're fine.
Now, before anybody listening gets upset or offensive, I'm going to speak very briefly.
All the presidents have been dickheads.
About politics.
Most politicians are dickheads. Most politicians are dickheads.
All politicians are dickheads. Let's be fair.
Trump still makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
But he's a dickhead.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say to anybody that is about to spit feathers at us, right? Here's my genuine take on a political level.
I'm Australian, I don't care.
We don't really talk politics on this show, right? But I know, and here's the thing that makes me sad about where we all are right now as a species, and it's happening in countries across the world, including my own. The majority of people probably watching, probably listening, we talk about left and right all the time, right, in terms of political alignment, okay? But my solemn belief, and this is a personal opinion, this does not represent XboxEra, etc., doesn't represent these two guys. This is my thoughts. The majority of people, more or less, are probably somewhere in the middle on most things. Some might lean a little left on something. Let me finish.
American middle.
Some might lean a little bit to the left on something. Some might lean a little bit to the right. The problem on both sides of the political spectrum are the fucking mental people. And all I would say to you is on either side, if you get offended, if I say I'm in the middle on some things and left on some things, right, so you've got a problem. If you're on the right side and super right or whatever, and you get offended at us calling a guy we don't know that runs the country a dickhead, take a chill pill. All politicians are dickhead. He ain't the Messiah.
My prime minister's a bit of a dickhead too. Not in the same way, in other ways.
But a complete dickhead.
John's country is following us to the letter. Just about to be pretty similar. Yes,
all I'm saying is, and the unfortunate reality of it is across the globe now, and this is what blows my mind, right? And maybe I'm giving my left-leaning appreciation here, but somehow, us small people, us people that scrape by making a living, whatever we do, somehow the really rich people have convinced a huge majority that it's not their fault, it's some other people. Like it's people on boats, or it's people coming into the country illegally, or it's the drug cartels, or whatever. And they have convinced you that that's the problem.
They keep making it.
I'm not saying that it's not a problem.
They're making it a demographic warfare when it's actually a class issue. And,
step back and think for just a second. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the rich people that keep getting richer and we're continually getting fucked. Anyway.
Yeah, I think
I've said to Jesse before, and this is now an off-air conversation that I'm going to bring slightly on there. I've said to Jesse before, I said, I think I'm slightly left or right of center depending on the topic. Now Jesse's like, no, but Jesse's like, well, no, by American standards, you're left.
Yeah,
he's like,
we don't have a left.
You are left.
Yeah, we don't actually, but that's also the thing. That's always the fight is, it's the crazy leftists. And it's like, there's none of those in the government here. Like we have shifted so far in one direction that our center
the Democrats
is your
are
right.
slightly right.
Yeah,
the Democrats are slightly right.
Same for Labour nowadays.
And it's annoying, but you have to talk about it because the console prices have gone up because of politics. And people are like, keep it out of gaming. And it's like, you can't. This is economics and politics.
And the funny thing is, I actually understand because I can be a dummy, so I understand how a dummy thinks. I can understand his intention when he brought in these tariffs. He's like, yeah, I'm going to bring all the manufacturing back to America. That's the goal of the tariff, yeah? So his thinking is almost noble to an extent.
It's like, strong-arming countries to make their country the richest country again.
But it's not just that. Bring back jobs. So get manufacturing going back in the US and, all this sort of stuff. That's just not reality. That's not the reality.
The reality is most of it is just trying to make money. Like he's actually a legitimate billionaire now because of all the get rid of all the crypto things, and then his family makes like $5 billion off of crypto. Like it's But that's most of
No, I
Congress.
know,
That's most
but
of
I'm just
Congress. They don't
saying, like-
actually care. They just want to make money.
But obviously the knock-on effect of bringing manufacturing back to the US is that everything goes up in price. Imagine if they actually started manufacturing the iPhone in the US.
Yeah.
The price of the iPhone would go up to $4,000.
Yeah.
Conservatively.
Yeah, so I understand his thinking. That's what I'm saying. I understand the thought process.
It just doesn't.
Well,
It's not
but it's-
aligned with the.
There's not an actual...
Well,
It's not
reality
aligned
as well.
with reality.
Yeah, and there's
It's
not
like-
a thought process so much as there is just a bunch of demands, and then he tries to run it the way he's run his businesses, which have almost all gone into the ground because it doesn't actually work in reality.
Sorry, maybe noble's the wrong word. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, he's not noble. I know
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
not noble.
The
I'm
way it's
saying
being sold is under this noble pretense, but it's not actually that.
Yes.
It's
jobs
it is-
back to America. Like
it
if
is
he's,
America
if he's
first.
serious about jobs back to America, that's a good thing, isn't it? Like that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying he's a noble
the thing
person.
that cracks me up about, like,
I'm
and we
saying
get
the
the same
thought.
conversations over here, is like the concept of immigrants taking our jobs, and that you see the rise of certain parties that are like, and I don't despise some of their policies, right? If I look at their policies on paper and I don't look at the name of the party, but then I know the people behind the party, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're just another version of I want to get rich too. But the thing that blows my mind is that, like, there's this accusation and we want to give these jobs to Americans, and then you see or English people or in the UK, and then they try and do it, and the reality is that no one in Britain wants to work those jobs,
No.
or no one in America wants to work. Why?
Yeah, that's why all our
Because
crops
they're
are rotting.
low-paying shit jobs,
Yeah.
and that's almost like, well, hang on. So those guys are willing to do whatever they can if they come to the country and just do anything. Like, isn't that somewhat commendable? Isn't that just the economy and how it
I
works?
mean, it's
Like,
also
I don't
it's
know.
why after slavery ended in America, they just started really ramping up policing and arresting people and then forcing them to work real cheap because
Anyway.
these have always been built off the back of cheap labor as cheap as you can get it, and it hasn't changed today.
I will close the moderate politics tangent because we know none of us really want to talk about it because it's miserable and it's affecting everybody in the world and it's all fucked.
Yeah,
I don't know about
it
anybody
is
listening right
class
now.
warfare that always gets stuck on
It directly
us.
affected me. I couldn't post a video game to a mate.
Right?
Like it's
I don't-
directly
like,
affecting me.
I just want to kind of draw a line under it. Like, to anybody listening or watching right now, like, I hope that you have just listened to the conversation. I hope you don't walk away thinking, like, fuck those guys, right? Because
Fuck
it isn't.
rich
it isn't.
people.
It isn't a team sport, right? It isn't.
No.
Like, it's not the same thing as the sport games we were talking about earlier that bring, like, it's real life. And I'm not advocating for sides or any of that shit. I would just say it's okay. It is okay to have a conversation. And the worst thing I've seen about all of this, and I've had so many conversations with different people, is it is literally got to the point where in the UK, in other countries in Europe, in the US, it is literally tearing families apart.
It
Because
is.
you are
Oh, yeah.
bombarded every day with think this, fear that.
Yeah.
These people are stealing from you. These people are getting too rich, and it's never fixing any of the problems that any of us.
Me
are
and my brother,
actually
me and my
struggling
brother have fought with my dad many times over Australian politics, and
I
I'm like,
have.
man, I'm not even interested in this shit.
regular conversations with my old man about the same sort of thing, and like he's an
Oh,
old guy,
man.
and he says
Yeah,
some
my dad's a
questionable stuff,
boomer. My dad's a boomer. So guess
Same.
which side he leans?
but he's
He
also
leans
got a good
the
heart.
Australian right side.
Yeah, it's just I would never want to see a family torn apart, right? And the reality is that some families are being torn apart in lots of ways. And I'm not talking about even the really horrible shit that happens to some immigrants that come in on.
You don't even want to know the argument we had over Israel and Gaza.
I'm just like,
that was a doozy.
I think my broader point is there is so much misery going on in the world that, like, you guys come to these kinds of shows and you play video games probably to escape all of that. So I appreciate that folks might not want to hear this conversation. It was a short one. Don't take it personal. I don't think we're insulting whatever team you're on, even though it's not a team sport. We're all just
Yeah,
human
in
beings
the
trying to get
end,
by.
We all don't like rich people, and you should not either.
Yeah,
Because you're not going
they're
to.
think
all
that's
cut
the-
from the
that's
same
the one.
cloth. They're all cut from the same cloth, man. Like it is
Yeah.
what
And we
it
have
is.
a
Like,
a
called
super
him a-
chat or two.
I called him a
issue.
dickhead because he did something that directly affected me trying to live my life like a normal person. I didn't give a shit which side he's on. I switched from the Australian right because that's how I was raised, so that's all I knew. I switched from the Australian right to the Australian left purely on the internet. As
Free internet for
as a
everyone in
policy.
Australia?
NBN, the broadband, the national broadband network. As soon as they announced that, I was like,
Hey.
I guess I'm left now.
You know what?
One
though?
policy was all it took.
And now the government know exactly what streaming services and other browsing, web
Funnily
browsing
enough,
that you might partake in, mate.
The Michigan, one of the Michigan parties, you can guess which one, is trying to ban VPNs. And people are like, you have no
my
idea
God.
what they're actually... The main thing VPNs are for remote and any type of remote access in companies. They have their own VPN that you tunnel in that is secure. They need that. That has to be a thing. And the
how you
moment
work
you
from
realize that, you're going to be like, oh, we'll make an exception. And then everyone's just going to have a home business. So there's no point to this law, but it's always a problem when boomers are making laws around the internet. It does not work.
I know, man. We need that generation to go.
It is
We need
the
them to go.
if the previous generation was like the greatest generation, and then their kids mostly suck. They're so bad.
Well, the thing, like to Nick's point, like the worst thing about it is now, like you were brought up right leaning, so you voted right leaning, right?
Yeah.
I didn't vote for a very long time when I was growing up. As soon as you could vote, like the legal age to vote here in the UK back when I was growing up was 18. I probably didn't vote for the first time until I was like 26, 27.
It's not
18.
mandatory for you?
No. It's not
In
mandatory.
Australia, it's mandatory. You get fined if you don't vote.
in America, they don't want you to vote.
And
make it real
just
hard.
like religion, wherever you're born and whatever household you grew up in, if they're in a religious, if your parents are religious, you've probably been brought up in that faith. And like, you know,
I was a Catholic
same
altar
thing
boy.
with politics to a degree. But hey,
Oh, yeah.
anyway, I hope everybody that was listening took that conversation that was intended. Just
Wow, there's 14
honest-
people left on YouTube. Holy shit.
back and forth. I doubt it, because I think most of our community that actually watches us knows kind of who we are as people.
Now, the situation that has happened recently cost us one person because people weren't sad enough. Outside of that, I think people were pretty good about nuanced takes around everything that's happening.
Anyway,
It's a
to get it
healthy
back
community.
to where we were,
We have 2 super chats.
eventually video game prices will balance again.
Also, this isn't immediate. This is going up October 2nd. So this was kind of there. Hey, if you want it cheaper, go buy it now.
But what I'm saying is, in 3 years' time, so by the end of next generation, things should go back to normal again because it'll be a brand new administration.
If
Unless
they allow
another rule changes that says, well, I
Mate,
can
this
have
is the beginning of
1,000
the
terms.
dynasty. It's Donald Trump Jr. It's Jr. coming
No,
in here.
none of his kids are electable.
No.
Don't disbelieve it. The dynasty begins, man. Yeah, we've got a couple of super chats, Nick.
Yes. Anorexic. Tying politics / economy back to gaming, the Series S seems like the perfect machine to play GTA 6 for a lot of people who are priced out of next gen.
Depends on the country, because the Series S is about the same as PS5 in some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. As painful as that is, that's mind blowing. The fact that like we all bought that, you said 160 on sale, right?
Mhm.
Or 180. I bought that like a launch version, I think 249 here in the
But
UK.
also, like one of the big issues globally is that other countries tariff the US. Like Brazil tariffs the US very heavily.
Yeah,
That's why the
I
Series
feel
S
like the
is
Series
that
X.
cost. Series S is a cost in Brazil now. They barely make any money on it, but it's very close to the PS5.
I feel like the Series S now has been screwed over. Like, you know, that was like the value proposition console. Get into next gen. Da, 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 da. Now that console has been screwed over by all this.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
now the Series S definitely looks like a mistake.
Well, brand new. If you can find it used, and there's a surprising amount of them for everything out there. There's also a lot of stock for everything out there. It's really not hard to walk in to a store and buy any console right now, depending on where you live. The bigger thing for the Series S, as we have talked to some people at Xbox that John remembers, is it wasn't planned, but it has helped them be ready for handhelds more. So that is one positive they're always going to have, that no matter what certain YouTube's channels with 4-word names want to claim, you can't minimize and low power a PS5 handheld. There's always been the rumor that it would be a PS4 playing handheld that can stream PS5 and PS6 games, but they don't have the profiles. They don't have the thing that can run in future handheld hardware, not for a very long time.
Maybe they're working on it. But
it means completely recompiling and rebuilding those games. It just, you can't take the PS5 version and get it to run at the memory bandwidth that you get in handheld modes and the power profile. Like, it doesn't, physics are physics, and you can't break them. There's no way. Is what we were directly told.
Engineers are wizards.
But we were told by a wizard.
Cerny.
Probably not.
The best.
He was very tall. I was surprised. He's a little taller than me. Yeah.
Cerny's the best.
All right.
Another super
chat.
Yeah. Barry Donnellan. Here, some wealth redistribution for you guys. Thanks, Barry.
You.
Socialist.
Thanks, Barry.
Oh, dear. Anyway.
Mark Cerny seemed very nice in person. He was like super cordial and nice to everybody.
I realised that conversation was a bit heavy for a video game podcast, but I felt it was important.
We can't avoid it.
It was technically relevant. Yes, there was a slight tangent, but it was still technically relevant.
It was extremely relevant.
Yeah, but I also I see so many people just at each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I saw in the chat. I used the word noble, and I saw people in the chat going, "He's not noble."
That was Luke. He wasn't that upset. He was laughing.
It wasn't just Luke. It was your brother too. I'm like, I'm not saying he was noble. I'm saying the thought, hey, bring jobs back to the US.
It's sold as a noble intention.
It's a noble thought, as in that thought process. I get it. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying he's
Wow, John does not want Xbox review code talk. Okay. Immediately exit out.
No, I haven't touched it.
Somebody exited out. Nothing.
Cody Bishop with a super chat. In politics, the only winners are billionaires.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they own it.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah. One of the other things that we talked about, and I've already seen like the usual engagement grifters on Twitter that take clips contextless.
Don't say that about Ryan McCaffrey.
Like dead platform.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
We talked a little bit about Xbox review code. The last number of reviews, 5 or 6, I think, from us. Jesse's done 5 in a row.
It's going to be 6 now because of the dying light changing.
Have all been PC code with no Xbox code available until launch. And we had a little conversation about this on headlines earlier in the week, but broader conversation here. This is pure conjecture from us, right? But we're like, is there a problem? Because it makes, we've seen some of the feedback from perhaps die-hard console players that are like, whoa, I want to see the Xbox version, please. We've also seen some feedback from some trolls that don't understand how this industry works.
Yeah.
But we recognize as Xbox era, you guys probably want to see how the Xbox game runs.
We want to see how the Xbox game runs.
And we always ask for Xbox code, but we've just encountered, especially this last month or two, no Xbox
it's
code.
It's really been this
launch.
month. This month has been the worst I remember it.
It's odd.
Yeah. Cronos, the New Dawn, did not have code until after launch. Borderlands 4 did not have code for console. They were both no console.
But we know why Borderlands 4 didn't have codes.
Yeah. Kronos actually has a really good performance.
Horrible.
Well, performance is good for 1 hour, and then horrible after the memory leak.
I was about to say, so Borderlands 4 apparently is Oblivion PS3 remake. Was it Oblivion?
I think Oblivion's was and it happens with Starfield as well, where the save files balloon, but with Borderlands it seems like a memory leak.
Yeah, and as the game goes on, it gets worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they weren't giving out codes.
Can we do a side tangent on why has no leadership at 2K just like lent over to Randy and been just like, stop.
Perfect timing for this super chat that literally just got in. Tiberius Monk with the super chat. Hello, sick Nick and Jesse. don't know if you talked about this already. We were talking about it as you super chatted. But Randy
Amazing.
Pitchford is ridiculous and insane. Jesus Christ, what a mess. Jesse's Borderlands 4 review is great. Watch it. Y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, like the game is great.
Look,
Yeah, the game's
The
amazing.
game is genuinely great.
Yeah, and I feel bad for the people that work there. Bear back.
I had heard quite a while back. So back when Gearbox were bought by Embracer, I put out a tweet because I got some inside info that Gearbox was about to be acquired. And I put out a tweet saying, I wouldn't be surprised if someone acquires Gearbox. And then like a couple of days later, they were acquired. Microsoft was interested. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that Randy was one of the reasons that Microsoft didn't end up buying Gearbox in the end. They probably wanted Gearbox, a Randy-less Gearbox. And I assume Randy wouldn't have wanted to let go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know, man. He strikes me as he's a character. Like, let's put it that way. But like he is taking any and all criticism extremely personally.
You know
you've
why?
Got to have thicker
Because
skin
he's
than
not
that.
he's not a corpo.
Yeah.
That's what it is with Randy. He's not a corpo. He's probably just still a gamer at heart who happens to also be an exec. But like when I say gamer, I mean one of those perennially online gamers. That's like in the weeds of it and that sort of stuff. But yeah, he probably, I don't know, probably shouldn't be commenting on that sort of stuff. Gentlestone, Jez Corden said the same yesterday. He had heard that was why Xbox walked away. Yeah, like I said, at the time, someone had DM'd me going Embracer. What are they called? I've already forgotten their name.
2K
No,
Gearbox?
Gearbox. He's like, Gearbox is getting, Microsoft's looking to acquire Gearbox, but I think Randy's a problem. So there's a few people trying to buy them. We're interested, but I think
We're
Randy's
Randy
an issue.
Ibarra.
But yeah. Sherez Superchat. Although I don't agree with Randy's public comments, people need to rein in what they expect performance-wise, especially if you are running older rigs.
So it's double-sided here. Randy is Randy. I understand anyone who looks at him and laughs and says he's dumb and all those things, whatever. But also, the people who complain about PC performance all the time are wrong all the time. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you don't know what their specs are, too.
Yeah. And people like jumping into a discussion to get that schadenfreude of telling the big, rich, annoying guy that he's an idiot. And so it just, I don't know.
like during the review period, Jesse and I played a bunch of co-op together, right? And
It was so fun.
it was fun. And I have a very powerful PC, right? But I wasn't chasing 144 FPS, 4K native, everything turned up. I turned everything up and I was like, I'll lock it to 60. And that was just in case I needed to record any footage. Like I checked and it was running at about like 90, 95. If I turned frame gen on, I could get 120. I locked it to 60 and it was fine. But there is a tendency, I think, from a lot of people with more powerful PCs to, especially if they've got the high end, they don't want to turn on frame gen because it's fake frames.
And they want to do ultra. And ultra.
But they also want everything up high.
Ultra
and they also
is
still want
for
144
future
FPS.
proofing. Like the Digital Foundry talks about it all the time. Ultra might look a little better, but it's going to look a little better at like 20% performance cost. It's not worth it. Medium and high is generally all you need on most settings, and the performance gains are just really worth it. But if you want to, like, I have an older CPU, which is starting to hamstring me, so John's going to have to save up money and help me upgrade my rig. Get on the new, but I've got a 7900 XTX, which was a $900 GPU at the time. You get it for like $700-800 now. It's still a pretty good deal. And it just, much like Borderlands 3, that game really prefers AMD hardware. It runs perfectly for me. Like I was getting a locked 90 without frame gen all the time, and a locked 120 with it, and their frame gen when you're already that high feels fine. You're not gaining extra latency that you notice. But most people are not on cards like that. Most people are on 60 series. It is the most popular card in 60 series from NVIDIA, has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and my card has 24, and my card was using 22. Like, if you're trying to push anything above low to medium, all of these games want more than 8 gigabytes of memory, and that is the worst thing that NVIDIA keeps doing, is having 8 gigabyte cards. 8 gigabytes is not enough for AAA gaming at anything above low 1080p. Really 720p half the time.
Randy does need to chill out.
But Randy also needs to shut up.
Personal, Randy. Yeah. Chill out, Randy.
You made an amazing game.
Like, it is genuinely Borderlands 4, and I appreciate why it got a 10, right? Because, and I think actual fans of Borderlands are like, oh
there
my God.
There have not been complaints about the game. There's been complaints about Randy and the performance.
Yeah, and that's just, yeah. But hey, there you go. What were we talking about?
Xbox review code discussion. So the reason why we have been doing so many on PC lately, and the trend's going to happen, my Dying Like the Beast ended up being a mix. An hour on Xbox, 25 hours on PC in a day and a half. I'm very tired. My next two reviews next week on Monday and Tuesday are both on PC. One, Xbox code is not available. Can't say what it is. Early Monday morning, keep an eye out. John will have to do all the tweets and everything because I'm not going to be up at 3 a.m. And then Tuesday's Slime Rancher 2 review. It's obviously a game that's already out in game preview. And to whitelist you for code means they have to get your hardware ID from your Xbox and get that to Xbox and have them whitelist you for it. And for small games, I imagine it's not free and it's not worth it compared to, we have put 1.0 on Steam. Here is a code and a beta branch code. Because when you get review codes for Steam, they have access to beta branches that retail codes don't. You get a code, you put it in, you get the review build. And it's just easy peasy mac and cheesy because Valve does not care what goes on their platform for review codes. I then do finally have an Xbox code for Alien Rogue Incursion Evolved Edition, which is the VR game from last year that I really didn't like. But I'm curious if maybe it's good in Xbox. So we'll see. So I finally have one. There's a lot of things that have Sonic Racing Crossworlds was PS5 only. It wasn't even available on PC, or else we would have had a review code. We just weren't. We were on the PC Xbox list. We were not on the PS5 list, and boy, would people have lost their shit if we did it on PS5.
And just a comment from me to PR. If any PR watch this, like, I get it if there's a rule, but like, we were screaming like, hey, code. Like, if you've got us in just the Xbox branch, we'll take PC so that we can at least be there. I make
that very clear, and that's actually why I got the last two that I did.
There was no comms at all. There was just like, yeah, we'll send them out when they're ready. And it's like, if they would have said, hey, this is the deal, we would stop pestering. You know, it's okay to tell us. You can trust us.
Yeah, it is an issue sometimes as well. I think it's just going to come with time. Like, you look at Paris, and Paris has been doing this for decades. And he's built up all those relationships, and so he is able to go to people and figure things out and get things that we can't. And like him and Colt were invited to New York for whatever that ends up being. I thought they'd say while they were there, but I guess they weren't allowed to.
I know what it is.
Colt tweeted what it was. He said new Fallout stuff,
Fallout
76 content.
It's probably the fact that we got invited there and you said no, John, because you've never played the game.
I got invited to a UK one, but I was like, I'm not the guy to do it. I could go there and be like, here's some stuff coming to Fallout 76, a game I don't play in a universe that I don't play in. You know, like,
so much of it
can't
is
fake that.
And we've had people tell us, oh, generally you can still get Xbox code if you really need it, but it's like, we can't. We're not big enough. So we are stuck with generally what is available. And most of the time lately, that just has been PC. So I would rather, and for our size and the way our audience works, if we hit embargo, things have a chance to take off. If we miss embargo, nobody will watch or read it outside of the most hardcore, who would be very nice and happy to do them for, but it just won't pay the bills at all.
Yeah, like with Jump Space, the developers of the PR team, they got me Xbox code, exactly what I asked. It was like, as soon as we've got it, we'll send it. And they did, right? And I was like, okay. So I literally jumped straight on, set up my capture card, recorded
immediately
the first
after headlines, I think, right?
and made a video, right? But then it's only got 300 views. It's because it's already out. You can go play it. There's a million people already.
You just
playing.
reminded me. I am playing a new game. Damn, I forgot to mention it.
Let's go backwards. What new game are you playing, Nick?
Nah, it's all right. It's fine.
No,
I just remembered now.
Are you playing it on Xbox?
When you talked about when you talked about reviews and no one will read the review if you don't have it out day one. I'm like, yeah,
you're playing Delta.
I've got Metal Gear Solid Delta. It just reminded me. Speaking of games, Jay Foley has a super chat, and I didn't want to miss it.
Oh yeah,
Jesse, Cronos Deluxe upgrade was disappointing.
Yeah, they only gave me the regular one, so I don't even know. I don't know what that has, but that game doesn't
it came
seem
with like extra ammo, which I was
That's
like,
weird.
Is it that scarce? It comes with
Really?
ammo? Like, really?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna look it up.
I did a news story on Xbox Era on it with what it contains, and I'm pretty sure it
Like
comes with extra ammo. 'cause I think
a
I
different
made that
looking
joke.
face is the only thing I could think of because she's got the vagina face. It's very. It's not weird to say that. It's very clearly supposed to evoke that image wise.
Oh, hello.
Okay, so you get 2 days early access, a core resource, useful, handgun ammo, shotgun shells, heals,
Oh my god!
some energy, bonus signs. I don't even know what those are, and then the art book and soundtrack. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's not the
That is awful.
It is.
That's nothing. That's no ammo. That's like you kill 3 monsters with all of that ammo
Jesus.
in a game with hundreds of them.
Who knows?
Did
Did we get the chat from
I'm going Cody
Sherez?
Bishop now.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, Sherez. That's how we started with Sherez's one.
no,
'cause
we
we're
started
talking
with
about-
Tiberius Monk.
Oh, okay. I thought we did Sherez's as well.
He
I
said
might be
he
wrong.
said there's been multiple from people.
Oh, yeah, Sherez. Although I don't agree with Randy's public comments, people need to rein in what they expect performance-wise. Yeah, we did. We talked about that one. And older PCs. We did.
Didn't he have another? He has another one, brand new one, just happened.
No, there's others as well.
Yeah.
Cody Bishop. Has Xbox Era been impacted? Maybe we should talk about controversial stuff more often because fucking hell, man.
Just get firing them up.
Yeah. Has Xbox... So anyway, here is how I feel about... has Xbox Era been impacted by Google's algorithm?
No. Thankfully, no. Because, so what the thing seems to be, it's not algorithm, it really seems to be ad block on desktop, where the new ad blocks were blocking the tracker for views. So the view count wasn't going up the way Google normally has it go up. But half of our viewership is mobile, and not even close to half is desktop generally. So over half is mobile. So we're very mobile heavy. It hasn't. Our views are better than they've ever been, as John is blinded.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking, and just to provide a perhaps.
I don't know.
a
The
little bit
podcast episode's been down a bit. The podcast has been
They
down
have been
a bit.
for a while.
podcast has been down a bit, but it
But
always
it's-
is in the summer because people are out doing stuff now.
And we don't clickbait or put our faces in headlines or have giant text. Like giant text is the YouTube thing, and we never do that.
We don't. We just do the logo.
I like to have a nice looking thumbnail. I don't give
fine
a
with
shit
it.
about the rest of it.
Well, there. I so like to provide a little bit of transparency to our community. Couple of bits of housekeeping, I suppose. So, God, where to start? So we have the lovely Kat has joined the team as it's effectively a full-time news, SEO, and kind of like what's the phrase? Evergreen
All
writer.
the stuff
So-
John and Jesse couldn't see themselves doing after doing all the other work.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things it's allowed us to do. So I've now got a very firm grip on breaking news. So that is my day to day, unless I'm doing a review. But most of the time,
You're
I can juggle
cooking
both.
for your kids who you love.
Yeah, bastards that want food. But Kat has in the 2 weeks she's joined, I think we've doubled. Like we've now consistent. We're at a consistent point, and it's doubled from what we were before in just 2 weeks. And it's made all the difference in the world. So, and put on top of that, Cengiz, who frankly does a frightening number of write-ups of perhaps I would say smaller indie games and perhaps more of the weeb content that we don't touch.
We get 500 emails, and he will sift through for things he thinks are worth reporting.
Yeah, and he'll make it happen. And that's really helping us. So I wouldn't say that we've been affected by a lot of the Google changes. Our YouTube channel,
Healthiest it's
I would
ever
say
been.
we're getting we're getting more views than we ever normally do.
We're putting
podcast
out
is
more
down,
than we ever have.
but we're also making a lot more stuff now. We've got a new video and writer with Scripted, who's now on holiday at the moment in Italy for
That
a while.
son of a-
or
oh,
maybe in
Italy.
Europe somewhere.
Oh, it's food over there is so good, I bet.
Yes, it is. It is literally amazing. But it's really good, and it's giving us a good runway in. The bad news for the community is we are going to switch up ad provider again.
Well, I mean, maybe
that
it's
is-
good because the current one's really in the way.
Yeah. So we did a lot of work to get it working on the forum. So the current plan is to not make any changes on that side because it's all working how we want it to
Yeah.
work, and that's okay.
And that's the only one who
but
could
we will
figure
be
that
making-
out, too.
Yeah, and they put a lot of effort into figuring that
Mhm.
out. So, yeah, but like we're grateful because we've seen people installing XboxEra.com as an app because you can. I don't know if you know. If you didn't know that, here's the heads up: you can install the website, which has breaking news, reviews, previews, features, all of that stuff.
We have
as an
way
application
more
on your phone.
Than we should. For our team
We
size,
are awesome
yeah,
at what we do.
it's pretty
for how big we are.
pretty
Like
impressive.
genuinely, it's impressive. We have Day One, which has been refreshed a little bit, which is our Game Pass app. We're looking to make some changes to that in the coming months to include, even if Microsoft aren't supporting it officially, their handheld verify program with working with the community. If a game comes out and it works, we'll put notes and we'll add a box that we can add on day one so people can check what works on their handheld. We're also adding Play Anywhere as a tab. We're adding whether it's on Core or Stream Your Own Games, we're going to add that as a
Ultimate.
tag. All of that jazz we're working on. And the forums as well. It's a mobile first forum, and it also can be installed as a web app on your phone, whatever phone,
It's
Android
a good
or
community. I think we've reined in some of our more over-the-top moderation practices. So if you were ever scared away, I worked hard. I think the Discord and the forum are very good places to talk about kind of anything.
Yeah.
Not
I
just
think we've
it's
got
not just
a good community.
Xbox.
Yeah.
We've
And-
pushed the over-the-top fanboys a little to the let's calm down side.
Yeah. And I would also say I saw a lot of discussion going on a different forum, should we say. I will
Etc.?
not name names. Not naming names.
Oh.
And, you know, there's a lot of folks over there that feel like they're kind of stuck in one giant mega thread. And I would never post this on that forum because it's not my place to. And obviously I would get banned. But like we built this to build a community together
They're
of
in
people
chat.
that
Right down
wanna
there,
just-
the links.
play games. Come and join us.
Oh,
like,
and-
we are here. We're the biggest, fully independent, mostly biggest Xbox
Yeah, True
site
Achievements
left.
is bigger.
They are, but I'm not sure how independent they are
Yeah.
anymore. I don't know though. So
They might
they're
be.
definitely bigger.
Yeah.
But
They also misreported that Jump Ship was Game Pass.
yeah, it's not. It's not
But
Game
that
Pass.
Discord, if you want to be in there by November 8th, I've been hitting up my contacts and I'm going to try and have some good giveaways and things available for purchasing a lot less, that all the money, 100% of it goes to charity. For the kids. We got 3 of these. Oh wait, no. Sorry. We got 4 of these bitches. The gold
High
ones
time.
are $1,000. The silver's 500. And that controller right there, that was $2,000 last year.
Wow.
I've set
Can
us
we
for
beat
$1,000
3K
again.
this year?
I set us for $1,000 to start, but I'd really like, or I said, yeah, the John Plays Dying Light and Can't Skip Night incentive will be pretty high up there.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
we'll finally do
it's
the movie
special.
commentaries.
Finally. Hopefully.
How about we do a movie podcast first? Super chat, Brendan Martin. Hey, sorry I haven't been around much. College has been super busy. Jesse, I enjoyed your Cronos review and I finally beat it. What a great game. And
Yeah.
that story is wild.
The reviews on Cronos I find disappointing. And it's not like, I'm a fan of anything in particular with, like, Bluebird, I think, have really stepped it up as a dev lately. But I legitimately think that game is close to as good as a survival horror as I've played in a while. And it had some really negative reviews that just shit on every part of it and really dragged down the aggregate scores. And people will look at that and it's like, oh, it's only a 77. It's like, yeah, but look at how many 8s and 9s and 10s it has, or 5 out of 5s. Like, it's got so many of them. But then it's got the 4s in the 5s that the bigger games don't get.
A 4?
I'm pretty sure. I'll double check just so no one yells at me because people really like fact checking. I know I'm that way. But yeah, no, Cronos is great. If it's not, there's so many games coming out. Fully understand if you don't want to spend the full $70 on it. But it is one to add to your wish list in the around Black Friday if it's nice and cheap. Well worth supporting at like a $40 or $50 price. I think it's fantastic. Highly recommend. What's the lowest Cronos score? Let's see.
Sherez. Another super chat.
Yeah, 4. 2 out of 5. Sorry, and a 4.5 out of 10 from Game Grin. Like, what the? No!
Mini tangent. For PC stores, should your PC specs be mandatory to be displayed under user reviews so people are not disingenuous when under spec? Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't hurt.
I think they are. They're not mandatory, but I think any store will do it.
Yours as the reviewer.
Your own. Your own.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
is there a way you
most
couldn't
reviewers
read that
mention,
automatically?
Steam can, you have to allow it, though. And it's all anonymous, normally, so...
Don't most reviewers, like I know I certainly do, like I mentioned, in the Jump Space review, I was like, I'd love to dive into performance, but I can't really tell you because my rig brute forces everything into playing at the maximum resolution at 60 FPS. What do you want me to say? I haven't got.
I've been similar, and I'm finally falling behind with the 5800X CPU. But even then, I can play everything at high 4K. I just can't turn ray tracing on with the AMD card. So it's tough.
Tiberius Monk with a super chat that hopefully makes people realize what I realized almost 10 years ago. Speaking of Borderlands 4, is there a benefit to purchasing a game on launch day? I often feel you pay the most for the worst performance on launch day. Yes, Tiberius, that's just one of many reasons why you should not be purchasing games day one anymore. The only games worth purchasing day one are multiplayer-focused games, so there's a community. Otherwise, the game will die. If no one goes day one, the game will die. But single-player games, silly to buy day one. Yeah, unless it's Nintendo, because Nintendo's prices never drop. That's different.
I've never understood pre-ordering a game.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Games don't sell out anymore. It's digital world. That's it.
Here's some stuff.
Unless the pre-order bonus is genuinely good. Like,
if it includes the DLC, I often will pay attention. If it's planned expansions.
I don't pre-order games anymore, but when I saw that pre-order for 007 includes the deluxe edition, if you pre-order, you get the deluxe edition for free. I'm like, at no extra cost. I'm like, oh, hold on. That to me is something kind of worth pre-ordering for.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That to me is a decent incentive. I think early access, no. I don't know if that's a decent incentive to pre-order. Because that's literally a FOMO trigger. If the incentive is good enough, then yes. Otherwise, no, man. If it's a single-player game, why buy day one?
The only time I think, depending on the developer and the price of the game, it is the best way to support them if you really like them. Because those full cost purchases are what they need the most.
Yeah.
But you can't do that all the time.
Well, you worry about the health of the industry, but also people have less money, yada. And it actually takes me to a topic that we kind of talked about, but then we didn't specifically talk about this bit. Like we mentioned earlier on, Microsoft's handheld mode leaked. I quickly threw together a video once I got it working. Cool.
What about these super chats? 2 more.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
please,
Jay
more.
Foley.
We need them.
Should be start donating for Game Awards trip. Ooh. I'd go to the Game Awards.
We were invited last year. Oh, no one wanted to go.
I'd go.
If
you could fly me there, I'd go.
We cannot fly you there. We can't fly you there. We can't pay for your... No, it's LA. It's we can't afford to fly you there, and we can't afford to give you a hotel.
Yeah. But also, we are definitely going to be crowdfunding for Gamescom way earlier in the year. It was so much harder doing it that late this year, like finding a decent Airbnb.
I'm not going to Frankfurt again. That airport is the worst. Their trains suck. Their trains are amazing, but their train timing sucks with everything always delayed all the time. I will fly to England and then I will fly. I'll Ryanair it. I don't care.
Yeah,
over to
Ryanair's
Berlin.
fine.
Yeah, over to Cologne.
And Sherez, user reviews, John, not professional reviews. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, user reviews.
More super chats are always appreciated. We went through a lull on not getting
So
any.
many.
So it's very nice. Thank you for the extra
We need
support.
to talk more controversially, I reckon. That's what brought out.
We
the
need
super
people to
chats.
have more money so that like everything's so tight. It's just so rough right now. Unfortunately, John's going to be going through a move at some point, probably in October. So he might miss some shows, might miss some time. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
It'll help on the money front, but it will really hurt on the enjoyment of life front. And you'll have
Come
a new
on,
background.
amazing community. Let's get Nick to the Game Awards.
Let's buy John a house. Oh.
I honestly, like, when I tell people, like, there's been a lot of life dramas going on. Like, there were so many people who were like, you should start a GoFundMe. And I'm like, I'm fine crowdfunding for the team to, like, get to do stuff, to do the job. But it's not in me. Like, I'm not dissing anyone that's ever started a GoFundMe and stuff, but it's not in me to take like
We've
that.
seen some
or
weird
receive-
ones too.
Yeah, like, I
Get
just...
me and my wireless microphones to the Game Awards.
No,
Come
it's all
on.
about...
Nick,
it's
would
all
you
about,
fly economy?
No.
Then no. Absolutely not.
I will not fly economy to the US.
It's a
We'll
lot
do the
shorter.
Game
It
Awards
is a
next
lot shorter
year.
than Germany. It's like 14 hours.
It is short. It is short.
I did economy for 17 hours from Germany to America through 2 flights. You can survive.
Ooh, fluffy.
They are cute.
Don't you want me and my fluffy mics at the Game Awards?
I want to talk about...
You say first class for Keely Amit Kumar. He was on Eurowings with me going back from Cologne to England.
Yeah. I want to talk about the upcoming Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X.
The one that I'll hopefully be getting for free.
So, on the pricing front, we've seen Microsoft raise the prices of their console hardware again to astronomical levels. They have yet to announce the price of the handhelds. Now, I've seen people now being like, oh, after this price raise, they're going to be $1,200 each. And I'm like, well, the current Ally and Ally X are, I think, $550 and $900. Like, and those were the leaked
So they'd
prices
be-
from
They are
similar prices,
600,
wouldn't
and 600, 900, I thought.
600, 900.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
I'm
The rumored price
paraphrasing.
was actually cheaper, and these would not be affected by tariffs because they are in the exception PC class, not toy video game one.
But yeah, I'm just curious now. Do you guys still think that that's going to be the case? Because we reported on the scuttlebutt that we were hearing around Gamescom about they were going to announce the price the same day that they were announcing the release date, and then it got pulled. We've got Tokyo Game Show coming up, which we'll talk about in a second. I expect that that's where we're going to hear the price and pre-order info, right? Like, that makes sense.
They don't have much time left.
Japan as a country is very handheld focused. Is this the moment? What do you think? What do you think, guys?
You go, Nick.
I don't know. I just expect the price to be slightly above what the current normal one is.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be either at or because the rumor was $50 less on the regular, same price on the current for the Ally and the Ally X versus the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X. And I always see people say it's so hard a naming convention. Xbox Ally, Xbox Ally X. You're done. It's good. You'll know. But like the
Wasn't there
original
talk-
Ally X was 800. Tariffs jumped it up to 900.
Wasn't there talk that they were working with ASUS to find a way to get the price
That was the
down
rumor
and
that ASUS
semi-subsidized and all that
ASUS
sort of
saw
stuff?
people
was.
very upset that it was so expensive because they didn't realize that's how much they cost now. And ASUS was hoping they would work with them to subsidize it a little more.
Yeah, because on this launch on October 16th, they're releasing in more countries than ASUS have ever done, especially for a global launch like this.
Yeah.
And like we've just seen the Lenovo Legion Go 2, they announced, and then they've started cancelling pre-orders because they haven't made enough of the Legion Go
And
2
they're $300
to fulfill them.
$300 to $600 more
Yeah.
because they go crazy with their specs. Their specs are insanely good for the screen and the memory and everything.
So I think that they're going to be either the same as the current Ally range, or they'll be $50 more. I don't
Less.
see them reaching 12. No, I think they'll be more.
No, because this whole scuttlebutt started to be less.
I know, but I think the macroeconomic realities are what they
It's
are.
not the same. They are exempt from tariffs.
Because they're a PC.
They are PC.
That's,
Yes.
that's true.
I said that 3 times this show.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah. Sorry, you're
Yeah,
right.
but
Maybe you're right.
Juga EX, Daniel Ahmad has repeatedly said one of the major problems with consoles is they are considered a toy. They're the reason why the iPhone hasn't gone up in price, the reason why computer components haven't gone up in price. They were given exemptions because, money changed hands probably towards the president, allegedly, supposedly. But so those have exemptions. Those aren't fully impacted by the tariffs, whereas video game consoles as toys are. So but that's why your phone, the new iPhone, is the same price or even cheaper in some instances, because they're not getting hit because Tim Apple gave them a golden leaf,
I'm
trophy.
curious though. Can we run a poll and just see, like, people watching right now, how many of you are thinking genuinely about getting a
PC
Xbox
handheld?
Ally handheld in
Xbox
some form?
Ally
One
or
of the
any
new
of them?
ones, or let's go with the actual, specifically the Asus Xbox Ally or Xbox Ally. How many of you are thinking
Xbox
about getting?
Ally handheld? So this will be for both.
I'm just curious. What is the community on board with
Oh
this?
shit! You've been called out in a super chat by good old Collingwood.
I've seen.
Name names.
I don't know what you're specifically referring to.
Sick.
If you're referring
Why
to
not
forums,
name names?
I saw that too.
Too many people get those. Don't get called out, and let's keep getting worse. Keep
Why
those
not
receipts.
name names? Too many people think. Yeah.
Nope.
I can't remember which name I meant to be naming, to be honest.
Yeah, just say it
can't
in
remember the
chat.
context of the
GOC. You
convo.
don't have to pay anymore.
If it was the forum conversation, it was Resetera. Jesse already said it out loud. I just didn't want to cause inter-forum drama.
And
because,
it's one of those things. It's the thing I always say about Resetera, where they'll be on the wrong side of the right issue. I'm perfectly fine with going after Microsoft in any way you can over the BDS boycott call. Absolutely. They're going about it the worst way. The moment you let it just derail everything, it's out of control and it's just going to get worse and worse. And you get the people... You get the people who care. Yeah, you get the people who care. You get the people who care but still want to talk about the thing, and then you get the people who don't care but really want to get that Schadenfreude being on the right side. And it's a mess. So
the whole world's a mess, to be fair. It's interesting. That's a pretty even split, really.
Yeah.
Across 39 votes of people watching right now. By the way, hit that like button while you're pressing buttons.
Yeah. We do need to call it. We also have really good merch. If you ever go to XboxEra.com, you see the whole new layout. The merch is really good and a very good way to support the channel because you get something cool. And eventually, if we have enough money, we'll always wear our own merch, like John is, because then we can try and sell it more.
Xbox Era review crew. Jay Foley super chat. Were we invited to the Tokyo Game Show?
We were invited
Yes.
to check out a lot of stuff at it. We just it's not a. Are you going to be there? Come check this out. I had dozens of those. I just had to let them know. The only person in the area is this guy, and he has a regular job. So no, and we don't have the money to send him there anyways. Although
True.
Oh yeah, no. I was going to say we have 2 Australians, but one of them lives in Washington, U.S.
America.
Yeah.
You want a link to the merch? Let me give you a link to the merch. It's actually at the bottom of the YouTube page as well, but there's our merch store. We do need to refresh and put some new stuff up there, I think.
Pre-Drag's been a very busy, amazingly funny,
very busy,
handsome, talented boy.
Yes, I agree. Let's talk about Tokyo Game Show.
That's like very soon.
Yeah, this Thursday. Your Friday.
My Friday night, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect timing
We'll be
for you.
doing a live show, and all of that fun stuff.
All 4 of us.
All 4, yeah. Ursel as well. Actually, I think if Ursel's not released his
Silk Song, we don't let him on.
Silk Song review, he's not allowed on the show.
What about Silk Song and Final Fantasy 16 and the Halo multiplayer review?
Yeah,
Which is
all
funny.
3 of them published and out with videos. He's on the show.
He's
No
written the
worries.
Halo. He wrote the Halo multiplayer review, and then it went to shit after that patch, and that's why it didn't go out.
Wow.
Yeah, bit of inside baseball. It was long too.
Tokyo Game Show. There was some leaks like on the 27th.
Did we read Jay Foley's super chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was some leaks on the 27th. There's like an hour-long diving into an unannounced Xbox Game Studios game. I mean, the presumption here, because
I wonder if that one rhymes with Gorza Horizon.
You're so good at this.
Bix.
Flicks,
Blinks.
Lafan.
Taipan.
It's crazy how good looking Forza Horizon 5 is still.
Yeah.
Imagine what 6 is going to look like, not tied down to the Xbox One.
Yeah, and with all, in a culture that is very happy to have neon in its cityscapes, it's going to be.
Oh yeah,
it's going to pop.
Oh my god, it's going to look so good.
It's got the potential
Especially
to
on
be one
that
of the prettiest
PS5
games.
Pro.
And if it should be everywhere, either at launch or close to launch. I cannot imagine the numbers it's going to pull.
I don't know.
It's going to be ridiculous.
I don't know. Because the current version of Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation was not developed by Playground Games, right? It was a partner studio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh shit! Panic button.
Right. So, and that's only came out earlier this year, right? Now, I don't know how long porting a video game takes.
They could have been doing it ever since they finished, though.
Unless they've contracted a developer to work alongside them, typically, and again, this is just me conjecture, so I might be completely wrong, but typically, if a studio has traditionally always been multi-platform, which Playground Games has not been, the ports follow a little bit later, right? So I do wonder if it will just be a 6 months delay or year delay or whatever the case may be, because it clearly hasn't affected sales on PlayStation after 5 years,
No.
right?
no.
But now PlayStation user base have had a taste of one of the best racing kind of open world races ever. And they're like, holy shit. So is Microsoft going to use that and be like...
If they want Forza Horizon 6 to go into the stratosphere, get it on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Then you're saying it's not
Get
held
it
back.
on Switch
You
2.
said it's not held back by Xbox One. Now it's held back by Switch 2. This little boy.
Oh, not to the same extent.
It's really not that different. The CPU is bad in the Switch 2. The GPU is very good.
But they're still modern.
It's like 1.8 gigahertz, man. It sucks. It's not a great CPU. That's why you're seeing some issues. There have been some very good ports where people do a lot of work. But yeah, no, the Switch 2 is significantly below the Series S, but
I know, but if you could get it on there, I reckon you'd have a ridiculous attach rate. You'd have an insane attach rate.
You see,
something
Sonic
Probably
like
be one of the
Forza
best-selling
Horizon
games on the
the
Switch too.
top-selling game on the Switch 2
outside of Nintendo's games.
No, the top-selling game overall in the Switch 2 eShop right now is Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's number one. It's not out yet. Just the pre-orders are number one on the eShop.
Interesting.
Well,
I
people are desperate.
I feel like
They haven't had a ton.
I feel like people would buy it in droves on Switch 2. Jay Foley, who's been super chatting all episode, welcome.
Love you, Jay.
To Xbox. He's a supporter.
Wow.
XboxEra supporter.
Welcome to the
Thanks,
Cool
mate.
Kids Club. Don't forget, if you are a member of the YouTube channel or the Patreon page, you've got access to both the Patreon lounge in our Discord server and on our forums. You also get to participate in community questions every week.
Yeah, if you want to join right now, I'm going to go do a giveaway.
So what else do we think will be there? Tokyo Game Show.
I don't know that they won't bother with Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade because that was at Switch 2 with the release date. The crazy thing is there's not a ton left from bigger Japanese devs that hasn't come over.
I was about to say from the major devs.
Yeah.
There's stuff from smaller,
like that Trails
NIS
in
and
the
whatever.
Trails in the Sky first chapter or whatever it is, which is reviewing insanely well. If they could ever get they got a Spike Chunsoft game back with Danganronpa 2x2. They hadn't had Spike Chunsoft had been Switch and PC only for like 3 years. So there are still some smaller devs. It would be really cool to see them get over. but it's not the type of thing I think any of us are going to really be able to call out. We need to get Cengiz on.
Welcome to Tiberius Monk as well as a supporter.
Thank you, community.
It's been a good money-making episode. We needed one.
I expect we'll obviously see Ninja Gaiden 4 again.
Yeah, maybe.
That would
If
make
they've got a
sense.
launch trailer, maybe. Because a few weeks after.
What else could they have there? I can't.
Maybe they could all
I
go
have no
to
idea.
twitch.tv/the Xbox Era and use their Twitch Primes.
Oh, wouldn't this be the place for Sega's to see Sega's Super Games since they were in collaboration with Microsoft?
Jet Set Radio,
Or
Jet
Crazy
Set,
Taxi.
Streets of
yeah.
Rage, Crazy Taxi.
Golden Axe.
Surely we see those.
Do you think those
That makes
ones...
sense.
Surely.
So Sega's super weird about Play Anywhere, where anything Atlas or smaller ends up Play Anywhere, or anything RGG lately has. Do you ever think Virtua Fighter, the next Virtua Fighter, would be Play Anywhere?
Virtua Fighter.
Because
Actually,
Virtua Fighter needs to be there.
on RGG, didn't there one of the
Yakuza Kiwami 3 leaked on their own
Yeah,
website.
that leaked on their website,
And
so
that
maybe
game
that's an
needs-
announcement.
Those are the types of remakes that are great because that game has an amazing story and plays like shit. So having the Kiwami remake be able to fix it up and have the newer engine, all that type of stuff is legitimately great. I hope it's real.
Yeah, so I expect and hope that Sega's Super Games are there because I'd love to see what Streets of Rage now is looking like, the new Streets of Rage. Sega needs to now be smart enough to take all those old IPs, put them in a pile like this, push them at Lizard Cube, and go, here, you do all these. Like, after Streets of Rage 4 and Shinobi, they would be insane to not have Lizard Cube just run their treatment over. Golden Axe, Altered Beast.
Imagine those games actually playing well because they never did, and they would play very well with Lizard Cube.
But I pictured the way Lizard Cube works, and I think, look at Shinobi, right? Imagine a 2D side-scroller like Shinobi, but it's Altered Beast. And then you've got the hand-drawn animation of him turning into the wolf or turning... Oh, my God.
And they
it
still
would
keep
be
the wise from your grave.
wise from your grave.
Altered Beast
looking at-
Arcade is all right.
Looking at the chat, a lot of people saying maybe this is the moment Silent Hill 2 gets a date for Xbox.
It was October 8th, I think, last year. And
maybe.
it said a year.
Maybe.
So I don't know if they're allowed to. Because that's the interesting thing with the Final Fantasy VII Remake Trilogy. They've just come out and said it's going to be everywhere, which Sony does not normally allow until their time is up. And then they can say where it's going to be. So that's why I think it lends some credence to the... I don't think... They're not going to say Rebirth is coming until Remake's been out for a bit. But I do think that lends some credence that the third game might actually be day and date everywhere.
You know what would be the biggest announcement? When they say Square Enix come on stage and say that they're pulling the Final Fantasy games from PlayStation. That would be the best. That would be the best announcement. So we've had enough. We've been underperforming, taking these money hats from Sony. We're all in now on Xbox and Switch. We're pulling all our Final Fantasy games from PlayStation because fuck that platform.
Yeah, so Silent Hill
And they
2
have to
remake,
say those words. They have to say, fuck that platform.
Jesus. They're going to have
The
to bleep
best.
it. They're going to have to go... But yeah, Silent Hill
So
2
good.
came out October 8th and said under it exclusive for 1 year. So it would probably be too early to be able to say it is not. Which some would argue would mean that Black Myth Wukong definitely wasn't a deal. But Black Myth Wukong was never supposed to be the traditional marketing deal. It was more the we'll pay you wink wink to fix things up deal. But we'll see.
Yeah.
What else? What else could be there?
Forsaken is going to be on the next Xbox because it's on the Microsoft Store.
You mean Forspoken? He meant Forspoken, I think.
I know. I thought I said Forspoken.
No, you said
Forsaken.
Forsaken.
Forspoken.
Forspoken. Forsaken.
For spooky. It's a Halloween game.
Because I feel like the fact that they're going to be there the way they are, they probably have big stuff planned. Like there'll be something big there.
The main thing for them is Ninja Gaiden and really pushing it in that market because it's them working with Koei Tecmo again.
Yeah. Look, for me, I'll be there for the Sega stuff
For spanking.
and hoping to see that.
Yeah.
And hopefully Virtua Fighter 5
It's 6.
Did that get its release date?
Oh, Revo.
Virtua Fighter 5?
No, I don't.
Revo. Did that get its release date?
It might have.
For console? Oh, yeah, I'm Mick Kuma. I want Crying Sister 2 as well.
Let me look. There's the store page. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage. $20 for the regular version. $50 for the 30th anniversary.
I know, it's such a huge jump.
October 30th.
What? Oh, okay, so it did get a date. Okay, because I noticed that I saw Virtua Fighter 5 on the Xbox store and it was like really cheap. And then I looked at the deluxe edition and it was like super expensive.
Guess what it comes with, Nick? Swimsuit costume set.
Really?
You get the base game, the very first thing, swimsuit costume set, soundtrack, artwork, DLC legendary pack, and Yakuza series collaboration pack, and 30th anniversary ranking titles. So it's all cosmetic stuff. It seems like.
Is that the deluxe edition?
Yeah. Which is what they'll probably send you for review, if I had to guess. Though, actually, wait.
But man.
No, they gave us Sonic Racing Deluxe Edition. They'll probably send that one.
Oh, I hope so. I want those swimsuit costumes. They're the
You're
best.
a big Sarah Bryan fan?
No, I play as Jackie.
Oh.
But I may have to now switch to Sarah.
Play as Pie.
Because they basically play the same anyway. Sarah and Jackie play very, very similar because they are brother and sister. So they have similar fighting styles. They'll probably show... I just realised they'll probably show Virtua Fighter 6.
I hope so.
So do I, because I have concerns now. I don't have concerns that it's not going to be a good game. It'll be Virtua Fighter. It'll be whatever Virtua Fighter is.
They can't have those animations and have it feel good.
I know. Like, I just wonder how
they balance it.
are they just going to abandon that because they realize they couldn't do it?
Do you do those animations, but you let them cancel? So it's going to be this beautiful flowy thing if you pull it all off. But if somebody counters you or moves or something, it will just break the animation. That's the only way it's going to feel good as a fighting game.
Yeah. I'm just very curious. Like, look, my suspicion on the more recent trailer they showed, my suspicion is they've completely abandoned it because they realized they couldn't do it. Because what I noticed they did in that trailer, and I don't know if others noticed, I'm assuming other pros noticed, it looked exactly like Virtua Fighter's regular fighting mechanics, but they used the camera to make it look like it was more flowy and it was closer to that initial prototype trailer. It was very
Let's take a look. But also, I think a lot of that animation stuff is also going to carry over into the project, whatever game they gave a name. That single player, like early 20th century, almost detective-y thing, whatever that was. That looked amazing.
If you look at this, this is just Virtua Fighter's fighting mechanics.
Look at
that. That's just Virtua Fighter. See that? See the way the camera zoomed in and went slow-mo? That's the part that's trying to make it look like it's the flowing
They're
combat.
really good
But
animations.
Virtua Fighter 5 does that.
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter 5 does that, and so does Virtua Fighter 4. But all they did was slow it down and zoom in to make it look like the flowy fighting system. But it's not. That's just Virtua Fighter's normal fighting.
The more flowy stuff is going to be in that new game that I can't remember the name of. Was it Project Sentry?
Paradise? Something?
Yeah.
Oh, Sentry. I thought it was Paradise.
No, it was Project Sentry, but they gave it a name that I think is something Paradise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm somewhat disappointed because I was excited at the idea
Stranger
of that.
Than Heaven.
Oh, not Paradise, Heaven.
Similar.
Yeah, that... I'm somewhat...
John is so bored every time we talk Japanese games. Just look at him.
For me, it's not Japanese games because I don't play JRPGs. It's Sega's classic
The
IP
TGS
for
live
me.
stream. This is going to be me.
And that's what everyone called you out on
Don't
the
be
Discord.
on it then. Don't be on it then.
I'll be writing news while I'm watching with you guys. But by the way, Nick, did you see this?
A phone.
John and his expensive toys. He's got
Did you buy a phone?
He's got the Galaxy Fold 7.
My upgrade. But look, folds. It's cool.
Do you do it
Fold
on
phone?
plan or do you do it buy outright?
It's kind of like a cross between the two. I've been a Samsung members club for ages, so they give me a whopping great buyback of my last handset.
So I've got a Pixel, and I can trade this in for almost $1,000 if I want.
Yeah, it's
wow.
really good.
And just but I would want the Pixel Fold, whatever, when it's finally good. So I've been holding
To be
out.
fair, it's the last upgrade I'll be doing for fucking ages, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless it breaks.
Okay, let's not go on a tangent.
Stranger Than Heaven looks awesome. I want to review it.
Yes. So, look, -0, he says it was never going to be that fluid. I think they could have made it that fluid, but the problem is it doesn't become a competitive fighting game anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would... So I think Sega, they probably had to abandon that flowing style for the competitive side of it. Because, like I said, I'm not even an intelligent person, and I figured out a way to do the flowing combat. So I'm sure Sega could have.
Shinobi is not Xbox Play Anywhere. They are not all in on Play Anywhere. They're very selective.
No. Yeah, the last trailer is real.
Yeah.
The last trailer is 100% real. You can tell it is. Didac Brew, Marvel Tokon on Xbox. God, I wish.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wish.
The deals they have to give Marvel for their licensing, I wouldn't be shocked if it just is worth it for them in the long run. We'll see.
It might come later. Like,
yeah, I don't think
people
it'll be right
are
away.
like, oh, Marvel. Yeah, like I could see Marvel Tokon
That dev is
coming.
used to working everywhere. But
not only that, fighting games need the biggest base possible.
Yeah. That's why people still want Killer Instinct everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah. What else could be there? I really want that arcade stick.
They almost always have
PS5.
They almost always have Game Pass drops. So I'm curious if, because this month has already had this month's already had too much and next month has too much. There doesn't have to be stuff.
You know what would be a cool announcement, speaking of Game Pass drops? If they had like Square, because I assume Square will be there. If they had a thing where every Final Fantasy game on Game Pass right now.
Jesus.
Every single one. So the Pixel Collection, 7 Remake, 13 360.
Well, I mean, there's 8. They've got all the not MMOs, and they have the MMO all like it's every mainline Final Fantasy game. They've also got the offshoots like. It could be like 30 games.
But it would be a cool marketing beat. It would be a cool marketing beat to just go, yep,
but
every single Final Fantasy on Game Pass right now.
As Abdul says, they did most of them. Like they did that 4 years ago with a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't have the Pixel Collection back then.
Also,
so
you don't want to play any of
them.
The only Pixel Collection game you probably want to play is 6.
I don't care. I have no interest in Final Fantasy. I'm just saying that it would be cool for them to go, yep, 1 through 16, the mainline ones that aren't MMOs.
And then people were like, how come you can't do this with Activision Blizzard games? And then maybe they'd finally just come out and say it's all licensing deals. It's all licensing. Everything that's not there already, it's all licensing in ways you wouldn't think. It's
insane stuff you wouldn't think of. Like, remember how I got that DM live on air and they were like, yeah, it's a weird music streaming licensing thing for Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yep.
Like, you can't stream these specific songs. And it's like, it's such innate. Like, licensing is just the bane of video games,
and if
man. It's
they
like the bane of their existence.
Give it to own, that's how it could be on PlayStation Plus. Because it's not streaming, you're giving it to own. But like so many of their games.
Download.
And also a lot of the incredibly old Activision stuff, just who owns it is impossible to figure out. There's no way to know.
Mm-hmm.
Paperwork's all lost. Original code is all lost. It's a mess.
Yeah. Anything else we expect to be there? I mean, like I said, we expect Forza Horizon.
Suica World. I'm kidding. That's only Switch. I wish.
I would love Suica.
That would be perfect. Play anywhere. Be on your Ally and everything.
I'm surprised they haven't ported that to PlayStation and Xbox. How hard could it be?
Some devs are weird.
I mean, one dude did Balatro on everything.
Not with cross
one
save.
guy. Well, speaking of cross save,
I was setting you up. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of standard cross save, this to me is one of the best. Mm-hmm. Anyone who knows me will know this is one of the best news stories
and it is
ever.
Super insidious, and people will never realize it.
Eh?
So PlayFab offering cross-save is another way, and it doesn't have to be an Xbox game. It's pretty much any back-end service that uses PlayFab. They will offer a cross-save.
Capcom does a lot.
For free if you publish on Xbox, or for a eventual cost if you don't publish on Xbox. It'll start out being between Xbox and Steam, but eventually try to be everywhere. But what that makes is every single one of those things, even if they're not on Xbox, they use the Xbox account system, so they become an Xbox MAU.
Does it have to use the Xbox?
That's how it works.
System?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, does it? I didn't. That's not how I interpreted it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mean, it's PlayFab. It's your Microsoft account, which is your Xbox.
I know.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think they have to use the Microsoft account for PlayFab because Capcom uses PlayFab, and that's on PlayStation.
But this
PlayFab
version
is
of offering cross-save is tied to Xbox accounts.
No, PlayFab is a back-end service, and it's sold platform agnostic. There's no you have to use Microsoft for it. But what they're saying is
PlayFab.
You can. I see what you're saying. Like, it does make a certain amount of sense, but I don't think it would ever get to the point where they would count a save being uploaded to a different platform as an.
They will count everything as an MAU. That's the entire point of the business.
So hold on. So you're saying
that's how it was interpreted. You're saying
when the news that if Capcom decides to use this feature because they use PlayFab, they used it for Street Fighter 6, whatever. And Capcom says, you know what? Oh, we want cross-save. That would work really well because we have Street Fighter 6 on everything. So you're telling me that then the Switch version, you'd have to sign into your Microsoft account to get that save? I don't think so. I don't believe so.
No. I don't think that's the case.
I don't believe so.
Britt agrees with me in chat. And he's a developer.
Geo-aware cloud storage and synchronization. But it's basically
I'm reading it.
Yeah, we can transition the two across.
It doesn't mention anything about signing into your Xbox account.
What they do say is that if you're in the Xbox ecosystem, so you're publishing as a game developer your game on Xbox, PlayFab's cost of game saves for PlayFab game saves, the side of it is covered by Microsoft, even for players outside of the Xbox ecosystem. So if you release a game and it comes out on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, PC, but you're using PlayFab, and they'll cover the cost of that system on all of those platforms, which is pretty fucking sweet, to be honest with you. I think, Nick, it would solve the problem. Like, if Balatro was released in a year and was using PlayFab, we would have cross-progression, effectively, which is what we all really want.
So Street Fighter 6
this is
PlayFab,
the stuff I give a shit about.
If memory serves. It just has... It uses that... It uses the Capcom account for cross-platform parties and playing.
So I like this list. I like this nice, digestible list. Key benefits of PlayFab game saves. Connects player progress to your game instead of individual devices or platforms so they can continue their journey anytime from any device. That I like the fucking sound of. Please, everyone, use PlayFab. Eliminates the complexity of implementing cross-platform synchronization so you can focus on delivering great gameplay. That's all fluffy stuff. Supports online and offline play with control of transitions between those states. Minimizes the chance of version conflicts by enabling flexible game save layout with clear dependency boundaries. Helps players seamlessly transition between devices and platforms to maintain a consistent point of progression. That sounds like the first point. Provides contextual cues to assist players in making informed conflict resolution and single point of progression decisions when needed. Delivers geo-aware cloud storage and fast synchronization to improve performance and reliability. Listen to this one. Recovers players from bad state with support for version rollback. And that's in brackets coming soon. That sounds fucking very cool and convenient. And works with Xbox provided background uploader and title callable UI where available.
But the whole backing of it is still always Microsoft.
Yeah, so what would
I understand that? I understand that, but I don't think that means that on PlayStation you have to sign into your Xbox account.
You're going to have to connect it to something. That's how every
no.
It's built into the game. Didn't you hear what I just said? It's built into the game.
It's not a Microsoft account thing. Like it's not a
Microsoft account. It's not.
Don't you? They like it to be.
A developer could choose to implement that, but as it is as a backend service, it's not.
Connects player progress to your game instead of individual devices or platforms. That's the part that tells me it's not an Xbox account.
How do you register that a player on this?
The magic of Microsoft.
It's not the magic of Microsoft is your Microsoft account.
Yeah.
It has to be some form of account, and if you make an account for every game, it falls apart. It's not going to be that.
Doesn't sound like that to me.
It does. It 100% sounds like that. It's the only way any of this works. Why do you have a CD Projekt Red account in GOG that lets you bring your save between PC and everything?
I understand that account thing. I get that. I'm just saying this doesn't sound like that.
And as Britt says, the given example is Indiana Jones, which is your Xbox account. It's going to have to be some form of account. It's the only way the system can work. It has to know you are you. It can only know you are you if you log in to say, I am me. How that login works, maybe that'll vary. But for Microsoft's products, I assume the default method would be Microsoft's product. Maybe you can pay them and have your account do it.
John and I are sticking to our guns.
Yeah, like, I understand what you're saying, but I don't think you're suddenly going to see an Xbox login on every single game that might use this. I think what you might see is lots of, perhaps larger developers will do, to your point, the CD Projekt Red account, the Gearbox Shift Code account.
They already have that.
Yeah, they already have that, right?
They don't need this.
But this is just, the back end of that is letting you tie all those together.
But if you already
have a goal here,
a forced prerequisite that it has
if
to be a
you
Microsoft
already
account.
have the system, you don't need this.
Correct. You don't. This is for games that don't have any kind of crossplay. The whole idea behind PlayFab.
It's cross save.
No, I know.
Because lots of games have cross save without any ability to bring your saves over in any way, like Helldivers.
Yes. The idea behind PlayFab isn't like PlayFab is supposed to be this one-stop shop for all the back-end stuff. And Microsoft wants as many people on PlayFab as humanly possible. But being on PlayFab doesn't, like I said, Street Fighter 6 is PlayFab.
Yeah.
But you don't have to sign into your Xbox
because
account
Capcom
right now to play Street Fighter.
Because Capcom has done the work to have their own, but that work doesn't give you cross-save. They could do that extra work to have it, and I'm not saying they're going to make the Microsoft thing be their cross-save, but when it's the main thing we know about development is in everything in life, the less friction, the better. And if the offer is, if you've already got your own, bring it over. But almost no one has their own.
I'm going to ask Jason Ronald.
Nobody has their own. So
because I want you to be wrong.
I'm not saying it has to be an Xbox save. I'm saying if that option is there and it's free because you're already on Xbox, everyone will go with that because it just is there and it works. That's the insidious nature is, sure, if you've got your own system, yeah, you can bring it over here. Awesome. 99% of you don't. You're just going to use ours. That's what I'm saying.
I think I understand your point, but I think the likelihood is more that it will be this back-end technology allows you to build that system quickly and easily.
Yes.
And much
without
like
having to sign into an Xbox account.
Any online business that runs a fucking newsletter, same diff, right? Build an account here and get a newsletter, right? It's collecting your info. Now, you're right, Jesse. It may mean that they'll say, oh, yeah, you can use a Microsoft account if you want to do that. But if you want to collect an email address and have a user create a profile for your website and collect their info and know where they're playing and know what your user base is doing, you can also do that. Like, I think it's going to be optional. It's not going to be mandatory. But your point is perfectly valid.
And most players are already sick of making new accounts.
So I'm messaging Jason Ronald as we speak.
Go for it.
Find out. I'm going to fucking find
Dear
out.
Jason, please settle an argument.
You got to say I'm messaging someone.
That's literally the words I was about to type. Please settle a debate for us.
I'm going to message Google.
I'm going to message him now.
In other news, while these two are messaging random people at certain times of the night, Helldivers 2 sold pretty well.
Xbox players don't buy games. Shut up, liar.
Yeah. Despite only being released on August 26th earlier this year, Helldivers 2 had what's been referred to as a substantial uplift, according to Newzoo's August chart, coming in at number 4. And per Games Industry Biz, Battlefield 6 has also smashed its way into the player engagement charts, coming in at number 3, and that game's not even out yet. Yeah. Helldivers 2, big jump. That's impressive. I thought Xbox was a dead platform. Is that what we're...
No, it makes it like Helldivers made sense. Like Helldivers always made sense. Like we called it from way back when it launched. We're like, this is an Xbox ass game. Like, and that's why I still think Sony's multi-platform strategy will involve games that make sense for specific platforms. I still, and that's why I'm hoping Marvel Tokon makes it across, because Sony, I'm hoping, will be like, well, it's a fighting game. These games need to reach as many people as possible. Like, I think it would be smart to put Tokon on Switch too as well.
Yeah.
Like, fighters do well on Switch. I think it would make sense to do that. Why not even make your arcade stick thing Bluetooth so that works on Switch? Get an adapter so that it can work on Xbox, and then more people will buy that wireless arcade stick. There'd be a market for that. Yeah. How cool would that be to have that wireless arcade stick work on other platforms? They won't do it, but how cool would it be?
It would be very cool.
I want to review Returnal. I hope it comes over.
I don't know about. I still don't know. I haven't heard anything. I still don't know about Returnal. But Helldivers, yeah, it's. I mean, I've still got it on PlayStation, so I'm not going to play it on Xbox. But bought that ODST DLC, and I need to go back and collect more things for the War Bond.
You didn't scroll down.
Everything in there.
Background uploader authentication. The background uploader feature is currently limited to Xbox authenticated users, X-user, for title shipping on Steam, PC, or Xbox. So to start with, it does require an Xbox login. Maybe that'll change.
Where's this? I'm on the page now. Where's this?
The player progression, game saves overview page of the thing. Here, I'll put it in chat. You just go down a little bit. This version requires an Xbox login. Maybe it changes. But you go to implementation requirements a little bit down, and it immediately just says
I must be looking at a different page to you.
I put it in YouTube chat. This is the actual documentation for the whole cross-save system. Maybe in the future you can bring over your own authentication system, which is what I've already said. But to start with, it requires an Xbox login, because of course it does. It's the only way it can work. Because again,
it's a limited preview anyway.
Yeah, the example they gave is Indiana Jones, which is and Avowed are both your Xbox login, and that lets you go across and bring your save. It's cool. In the future, if you want to bring your GOG or whatever over, and you can do that, and you probably pay more money. Awesome. Also, Helldivers II, very good. And getting your games to more places is going to be the future of every platform that isn't Nintendo until Nintendo finally has a reckoning for how awful of a company they are. They're all bad. This isn't to say anyone's good, but Nintendo is uniquely terrible to their customers, and eventually, at some point, there has to be a reckoning about it. There can't not be. Like, I saw The Verge had an article, and then everyone's favorite, Florian Miller, had a rebuttal where any good point he has is ruined by his personal attacks. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, just write like an adult. Maybe one who isn't allegedly bought and paid for, who knows. It's an industry that has completely changed, and seeing these types of sales numbers and everything, I think just makes it pretty clear for a lot of people that the future isn't about where your games are. It's about where your games aren't. They need to be in as many places as you can over time. Some games make sense day and date. Others make sense 6 or 12 or 24 months out. You will see more and more stuff being its own platform in as many places as it can be when it's a bigger release. So,
yeah.
And Helldivers 2 rules.
In other news, the Xbox Series S version of Battlefield 6 was horrendous to optimize and caused the biggest problems for EA and the Battlefield team.
This was one of the funniest ones, John. The actual people who had the interview at Kotaku went for the negative. The Series S was really hard to work on, which I'm sure it was. When you're working in memory optimizations are annoying. But then everyone who covered this for Battlefield 6 are like, Series S made Battlefield 6 better everywhere. Because it did. Like it did with Baldur's Gate and other games.
Yeah, basically. Nutshell of this story. They gave an interview. They talked about how optimizing for the Series S was a challenge because of its limited memory pool. Mm-hmm. But then the point of the story was, but we did it, and it actually made all of the other game versions better on every other platform because of those optimizations. And it's like, yeah, like I loaded the Battlefield 6 beta on my handheld, and it ran incredibly well, like flawlessly well. And I was like, wow. I've installed other AAA shooters, and they have nowhere near run as fluidly as Battlefield did. And it's a great, lesson in picking your headline. And kudos to the rest of the industry for not going with the easy punch down.
It's crazy how good looking this game is for 5-year-old $300 hardware.
Yeah.
Like DICE are very good at what they do.
Yep.
And I can't wait to review the campaign.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Want to play it?
Maybe the multiplayer together.
But isn't that how development kind of works? That's why
you remember Nick, that was Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 only has a performance mode because of the work they had to do for the Series S.
Because both things can be true. The Series S can be a problem, but at the same time, solving that problem helps the other platforms. They go, oh, well, hold on. If we apply this trick that we did for the Series S to the Series X or PS5 version, holy shit, we see massive improvement gains there. Like, both things can be true, but the challenge in anything in life, challenges can create opportunities.
No.
So, yes, maybe the Series S is a fucking headache and is a problem, but that headache also then creates... it also helps and benefits the other platforms.
I think someone from at Microsoft went to Larian is the supposed story. I don't know if it's 100% true, but they went there and they helped them and said, like, oh, if you do this and you do this, it'll help with the Series S version, and it helped so much. They were able to get the split screen in, which is the thing they had to leave out. And it made every other version of the game better.
Yeah. I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
It's always that thing. Restrictions are like the thing that drives innovation. If everything just works, you don't have a reason to figure out new paths to get even better at it.
And that's how we get old platforms getting new games as well. That's sort of like the inverse of that. Like how we now have GTA 3 on Dreamcast, which apparently was never possible. Now, for years they said Grand Theft Auto 3 would be impossible on Dreamcast with GD-ROMs and this, that, the other. Mate, there's a small team that's got GTA 3 running, and they keep optimizing it and optimizing it, and it's starting to run really, really good on Dreamcast. And it's just streaming off a GD-ROM somehow, and the physics are there, and like it's just.
That's one of those things we saw with
that's cool.
Borderlands 4 is 29 gigabytes. If people really try, that game looks amazing, and it's 29 gigs.
30 gig.
Yep,
that's it.
Yeah,
ma'am. I went to download Forza Horizon 5 today.
160?
142 gig.
No. Because it's still got all that Xbox One shit. I would imagine Forza Horizon 6 would hopefully be less. By a lot. By half.
Holy shit.
Helldivers 2 on PC is 150. But on PS5 and Xbox, it's nowhere near that. Like, John, how much...
Nothing touches COD.
Well, COD has gotten a lot better.
Touches COD.
So if you install,
so it's only like 760 gig now.
They yoinked out a bunch of games and made them their own thing now. So it's nowhere near the 400 it could be if you put them all in.
Oh my God!
Like the base install of Call of Duty, I think is a lot less than it used to be. But if you put everything back in, because they pulled out Modern Warfare 3 and 2 aren't in there anymore.
Call of Duty takes that mantra of wanting to be the only game you play to such an extent that it overtakes your whole console. Says, no, you're going to be the only game. This is it. Yeah. This is going to be the only game you fucking play because you can't fit anything, you piece of shit.
With the new PS5 Slim that's back down to 825 gigs, despite not costing less, it could be well over half before. I don't think it's nearly as bad now.
Jay Foley, who has bankrupted himself with Superchats today. John, did you see that Master Chief Collection got another update?
I did see it. They fixed a...
What's that?
Matchmaking.
They fixed a small matchmaking issue between, I think, console players and PC players that meant that certain players were getting slow getting
console,
into the game.
Xbox, and Xbox Store PC, because you don't have it with Steam.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So it was only a gig. It was a little update.
Still sucks that people lost their shit over them trying to monetize it because they probably would have done so much more to that game over time. Kills me.
I'll tell you what's funny. The patch download sizes, seeing as we were talking about that, on Xbox consoles, the patch download was approximately 1 gig or less to update the game. But if you're running the Microsoft Store or Xbox PC version, so they're both the same, but you can either download for the Xbox app, approximately 116.3 gig or less.
It's the it's the UWP issue, which is why Roblox changed. UWP was not that those games were not built to let you go in and change things. They are super locked down, so you got to like change everything. It's one of the issues. It's why Xbox can have way bigger patch sizes than PS5, but you don't need double the space because you can go in for chunks, I think, whereas with PS5, they've got to have it. You can go for very specific files, but it has to copy them in a way that means you have to have twice the size. Everything has its faults,
That
but
same
UWP
update
was
on
only
Steam.
bad.
That same update on Steam, 35 meg.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine the Xbox PC version? Oh,
But
116
You know
gig.
what's
Get the
funny
fuck
with
out of
Steam versions? You can have a 35 meg patch that can take 20 minutes to install because it has to hit. It has to hit through like 100 gig of files to change certain values.
Can you imagine that patch is 116 gig and all it changes is one little line of code that's like this big and it's like 116
Probably.
gig?
Yep.
I can imagine.
Yep.
I can imagine.
That would be so
Because
funny.
I installed a 20 gig game on Steam and it took my computer almost an hour to install it because it had to, like the way the read write works, they're all weird. Steam was not built for games this big. The old Microsoft Store was not built for things over 2 gigs. Like it can't handle them. That's why Roblox finally changed. It's coding is hard. It's the main thing I always learn. It's really hard to make any of this work.
Can I go a little off track for a sec? I just wanted to say hello to someone I saw in the chat. Who I'm somewhat surprised to see them in the chat. Doc Dark 1985, who's in the chat. You I don't know if you two know who he is. I do. So I was just. It's the first time I've ever seen him in our chat. So I thought, hi, Doc Dark 1985.
I'm going to click on his name and see if he's ever typed before.
I don't think he has. I don't believe he has. This is the first time I've seen him in our
Looks
chat.
like it. Hello.
Hi.
He has.
Hello.
Just 3 times today. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. It's the first time in our chat.
Yep. I agreed with
I'm
you.
not an idiot.
I was agree. I literally did was agree with you.
Calm the fuck down, bro.
Yeah, but guys, just chill out.
Fucking smash you.
Last kind of Xbox focused news story of today. Game Pass.
Terrible. Nobody talks about it anymore. That's what I've been told in the industry.
Fucking nuts. So Hades, Visions of Mana are back in the service, or Visions of Mana is in the service
Yeah,
now.
first time for Visions. Hades is back.
Game
and
Pass
Hades is in everything.
Game Pass is probably the worst thing to ever happen to the gaming industry, I reckon.
It kills it.
What do you reckon?
I mean, seeing no more robots again in there with their like 10th release in a row in Game Pass, it's obviously killing everybody.
It's the worst. Johnny Galvatron was telling me the other day, he's like, dude, ever since we put our games in Game Pass, we went bankrupt. I'm closing the studio, Nick. You can't come past.
Well, someone's going to report that as real because they don't actually pay attention.
Special Nick says mixtape developer.
Special Nick says Beethoven and Dinosaur is fucked
Yeah, on
because they were in Game Pass.
Monday's Kind of Funny Games cast. Sheesh pull Nick says...
Oh, bless him.
Oh, shit. It was actually the opposite for anyone who thought I was being serious. Johnny Galvatron was like, you don't have to come when we've told media to come. You can just come whenever you want. I'm like, all right, thanks, buddy. Because I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come on your special media day.
I
I'm
love
working.
coming on
It's
you,
like,
Johnny.
Man, it's you. He's like, man, it's you. Just come whenever you want. Let me know.
Look at that gaming celebrity.
Mate.
Yeah, Lara Croft
Yeah,
and
like
the Guardian of the Tomb, whatever the fuck it is, got a PC version out of nowhere and then showed up in Game Pass. And then they added in some more stuff into Standard. They've added 3 more things into Core. Like they have not slowed down at all on the Game Pass train, despite what people really seem to want to insist is happening.
I introduced Kat to Hades today.
It's so good.
Right,
It
I was
is,
just
it's good.
like,
It's on sale on Switch for $7 Australian, and I checked Xbox thinking I'll buy it on Xbox. Nah, man, it's still $40 Australian on Xbox. I'm like, bro.
bro.
I could probably ask him
But
for
yeah,
a code if you really wanted it.
Hades is great. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is definitely
Really good.
catching a few people
Super
off
pretty.
guard,
Very surprised at how
Super
good looking
pretty.
that game is.
which is a Vampire Survivors Bullet Heaven type game.
Bullet Hell?
Fairy did it.
No, Bullet
Yeah,
Heaven.
Fucking pull Bullet
Bullet
Heaven.
Heaven is
That's what Fairy calls them.
No, it's what the genre is, Nick, because you are the one shooting out all the bullets.
Oh,
Survivors, like vampire survivors,
Right. Oh, sorry, right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, no, they're called Bullet Hell. What are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
know what you mean.
I've never heard of Bullet Heaven.
Hades is returning. Most of the other things are new. Peppa Pig.
That's good. And
World
Peppa Pig
Adventures.
World Adventures.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Peppa Pig.
Let's go.
That SOPA, Tale of the Stolen Potato, has been years in the Game Pass pipeline. It's one of those things where people
Oh my God, Microsoft.
what?
Okay, so Hades did go on sale now. They've updated it. It's now on sale on Xbox, right? Guess how much?
25.
32 Australian dollars
there you
from
go.
40. On Switch, it's $7. Like,
Hades
come
2
on, man.
comes out on Thursday.
On Switch.
Yeah.
Not on
And
anything
PC.
else. Yeah, but I don't give a shit about it. I've got a Mac.
Um,
By the way, the new Mac OS update. Oh my God.
good.
It's like worse than Windows 11 in
Oh.
terms of it's so
There you go.
buggy. It's so buggy.
They've been that lately, man.
God.
But that SOPA game has been years in the making, and then now it's the 8th day one launch for October, because it's in this drop, but it's October 7th. There are 8 games now coming in October, day one. There's already 3 announced for November. It is silly. Like, I don't
Too many
know.
games.
Like, if I load up our everything coming in 2025, where is it? It's right here. This year in Game Pass, I think, has probably been their strongest overall between the indies and the returnings and the olds and the brand news. But like September was just massive, the amount of stuff that joined, including one of the biggest games of the year in Hollow Knight, even if it's only $20. But October now has Little Rocket Lab, SOPA, Ball Pit, Keeper, Ninja Gaiden 4, Bounty Star, Moonlighter 2, and The Outer Worlds 2. Already announced, day one. And then November is Football Manager 26, Whiskerwood, and Call of Duty Black Ops 7. One of the other biggest games of the year.
Speaking of Game Pass, could you imagine? I just thought about it now. You know how we're saying I really want to see those Sega Super games at TGS? Imagine if they all got put on Game Pass because they're part of the Super Game Initiative that was partnered with Microsoft. So imagine if they turned around and they're like, here's Streets of Rage, here's Golden Axe, here's Jet Set Radio, and they're all launching day one on Game Pass. I would shit my pants.
Where you
It
shit a
would be very
chicken.
good times.
I
would shit a chicken
They've been specific.
or a brick.
The offshoot stuff tends to have more of a chance at day one. So like the remakes and the spin-offs had been day one from Sega, but not new mainline entries.
I would love that. See Streets of Rage, and then we're just fucking punching the fuck out of each other.
John doesn't
and
even
they're
want to
like,
talk about
day
Sony and
one
Nintendo. What an Xbox.
on Game Pass, and I'll be like, and then you know what would be the biggest announcement of 2025? Not just Tokyo Game Show, not just whatever. The biggest announcement, maybe even of the generation.
Whoa.
Maybe even
Whoa.
of the generation.
Whoa.
So, Crazy Taxi trailer starts, and all
You
of a sudden
immediately
you hear,
lost me.
and all of a sudden you hear, yeah.
And I have to mute it or else we get banned.
They got the song back. That would be like the biggest thing ever.
For-
That would be the biggest thing ever.
For Gen X boomers. That's about it.
Nah, man.
Nope.
Every gamer in the world, if they got that song back for Crazy Taxi, people would fucking lose it. Lose it.
They'd be losers.
It'd be so amazing. I would cry, I think. On stream. Tears of happiness.
Aw.
Tears of happiness. Would you
Would be so
know my name?
Like, when they say you can hear a picture, it actually applies. Like, if you just showed a picture of Crazy Taxi and then you would hear it. You would hear the yeah.
It's not even
The
a good
greatest
song.
thing ever.
It's an
Oh,
okay
the
song.
song's just okay, but it's good when you hear it in Crazy Taxi. Like, it only works in
Nope.
Crazy Taxi.
YouTube crash.
Had a question from Darren Cool in the chat why we don't go on Twitch anymore, because nobody was watching there. The last 5 podcasts I did had a total of, I don't know, 7 or 8 views between them all. So I gave up.
However,
But if you still want to give us your Twitch Prime, please do.
I am working with Pre-Drag, and he's made some cool art stuff. Like, I'm going to be doing a little bit more streaming, at least once a week. So I might do some on Twitch. I don't know. I haven't decided. Yet. Depends how the YouTube.
Anyone on the team can stream on the Twitch channel whenever they want. It's the nice thing. It's just there. You don't have to worry about the annoying thing about YouTube is the notifications. You get 3 a day. That's it. And quite often we've had multiple reviews on a day or a live show. So it really limits what we can do stream-wise, which is why we might end up putting some of those either on Twitch or making them Patreon only and unlisted YouTube streams.
Yeah. You know what bothers me, Direct 3? Like, I subscribe to Amazon Prime, but I still get ads on Twitch. You never used to. And then they're like, well, no, now subscribe to Twitch Nitro. How about fucking no, bro?
Well, it's also the same with Amazon Prime Video. Amazon Prime Video started doing ads, and they're really
stick it up your ass.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cram it, Bezos. Fucking jerk.
I mean, he's got a penis rocket.
Does he?
Oh, Blue Origin?
Hey, gives free games, though. You get so many free games on Twitch Prime. So many free games. It's really good.
Yeah, look at this rocket. Blue Origin rocket.
And they're mostly GOG games, which means they're like DRM free and everything. It's actually quite good.
There you go, Nick. In 5 seconds, you'll be able to see this. Well, goddammit, I already changed it over the game show. Boop, boop. There. The Blue Origin rocket.
We're not doing game show.
We're doing it today. I came up with one. But the Blue Origin rocket really looks like a dick.
Can we stop taking away everything from the show?
Nick, I don't have that many more ideas for Name a Game. I've gone through everything. I'm saying we need to figure out something new for the game show.
You take away the rumor.
Anyway, there's the
take away game shows. Like, you're taking away the things people come to watch.
Everyone leaves when we start them.
My God, man!
Just mentioning the game show, we're going to go from 160 people to 120.
He's right.
So what? It's just a part of the show, though.
A show.
Guess what happens when the show ends? Everyone leaves. What difference does it make?
All right, who are we playing for?
I mean, I haven't hit the button, but...
he hasn't hit the button.
Boop. Why don't we just pick people?
They're not patrons anymore. And we're back. Hey, everyone. If you're a patron who still exists, maybe you'll get a game, because the last 15 games I've done, no one's reached out to me for their code, because they probably hate us because we didn't feel bad enough about the sniping.
But the what?
No more. I'm not talking about it. The category for this week's name
I
am
playing for Trevor Gork and John is playing for Cryon.
Crying Sister?
Tom,
I won last week, didn't I? I won last week.
Yeah, you dominated last week.
You kicked my butt.
Yeah. And Tom Henderson, shut up. It's not happening.
What's not happening?
He's like, Rumor Mill was much better. It's my Tom Henderson impression. Hello.
Yeah, Tom Henderson's realizing about Rumor Mill, isn't he?
No. He's tweaking me and John.
Yeah, whatever.
Piece of shit. Fucking guy.
But yes, where were we? Yes, I said who we're playing for. Did you see that? I like the name of my guy, Gork. Everyone loves a bit of Gork every now and again. Hey?
Gargle.
What's the topic?
Category.
Are we
No, it's what year, my dear. You fucking
What year,
come on.
my dear?
You drunk. This week's category is survival horror games in honor of next week's release of Silent Hill F. Maybe we'll have a review. I don't know. I'm hoping. I know who's going to have a review, and that's Dual Shockers. And Gamatsu already got one. All right.
Okay.
Survival horror games.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Gentlemen. Oh, that's too much. Gentlemen.
One. Fight.
What year did the original Alone in the Dark release for 3DO, MS-DOS, PC, and other things? I think it was just actually PC for the original.
I remember playing this. This is... Oh, shit.
I feel like I'm going to go over.
Nah, you're going to guess it 100% fucking correct, and you know you will, because you're full of fucking shit.
I'm pretty sure this initial release is just MS-DOS and PC. It was ported later.
It's one of the early 3D games that has to be
Silent Hill F is on Xbox, and it's a Play Anywhere game, believe it or not. Even though it doesn't have a preload on the console yet, and it's out on Monday in early access.
I think I'm 1 year over. I have a funny feeling I'm 1 year over.
Give me your year in 5, 4, 3, 2, woo, ooh, woo, ah,
Oh, here we go.
You are both dog shit wrong. It was 1992.
Oh,
92 for Alone in the Dark?
When you hear MS-DOS, don't think mid-90s.
Because I was going to say 93, and then I'm like, wait, Doom was 92, and that wasn't even full 3D, and Alone in the Dark was 3D.
Right eye.
Really? 92? Interesting. Because I was going to say 93 at first. Weird. Okay. Didn't realize.
Stupid Bing chat gives me like, this is also on Series X and S. It's not that. What year did Clock Tower...
That's the new one.
Clock Tower release on the Super Famicom?
What?
I have to go this freaking route to have anything new. I've done so many of these. That's my point, Nick. I've done so many of these. It's really hard to have new stuff. Gentlemen,
Super Famicom.
It's the Japanese Super Nintendo.
Yeah, no, I know.
John.
I'm just trying to...
John, give me your years. He did it again.
You guessed it right.
Yeah, 1995. Oh, it's so good. Nick is so mad.
I literally just deleted and just typed 5 on my calculator. I don't know. That was pure fucking guesswork.
All the ones you do for this are guesswork. Literally all of them.
Gentlemen, what year did the original Resident Evil release on the PlayStation?
$1977.
Jay Foley, to answer you about Silent Hill F, the game does not exist on Xbox until the preload is available. Doesn't matter. It's not there, so you know you can't get a review code until it is. Gentlemen, give me your years in 5,
Original
4,
Resident Evil.
3, 2, 1. We got ourselves a tie ball game. It was 1996.
Nice.
That one I remember. I remember seeing it in a store when I was 16 years old, which was 1996. Going into Blockbuster Music in the Melbourne CBD. And it was on Saturn originally as well.
I hate AI summaries. I just want to double check. Make sure that this next one is the year that Bing Chat said it is. And the AI summary is completely fucking wrong. And right under it, it says a different year that is correct. It drives me insane. Google and Bing. Fucking stop
Just use Google.
No, Google's worse. Google is the least accurate thing out there. It's so bad.
Just go to Wikipedia.
What year did Alan Wake come out on the 360? I'll tell you this.
I got my year. I know it.
All right, give me your years in 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. John's not got it this time. It is Nick once again. 2010.
How the fuck did you not know that?
It wasn't
I'll
that
just wanna
great a
get
game
through
to me
these.
in my heart of hearts, mate.
God, I knew that one instantly.
All right. Everyone's favorite thing to bring up to one. Ryan McCaffrey. Alien Isolation.
Yep, already knew you were doing that one, and I know this one too.
For the, that was Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Give me your years.
Yep.
In 5, 5.
He's going to guess it right. He's going to guess it right. He's a piece of shit that's going to guess it right. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I mean, that doesn't have to be a guess. That can be just a game he knows because it's not that
Fuck
old.
off. He doesn't know. He does not know. I know he doesn't know that
It's
one.
an
I know he fucking doesn't.
educated guess, mate.
2014.
There's a difference.
2014 was correct. All right,
As soon as you said
educate-
Ryan McCaffrey, I'm like, he's doing Alien Isolation. I already started writing 2014 down.
John streamed Alien Isolation on this. It was probably in the back of his mind. Gentlemen,
Such a good game.
what year, not the part of hitting people with pipes, but the alien stuff, yes. What year did the Silent Hill 2 remake from Bloober Team release on PS5 and PC?
Oh.
Don't say anything. Just give me your years in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Why do I feel like this should be easy and I'm probably going to get it wrong?
You're both correct. 2024.
Okay. I thought it was last year. I'm like, it was last year, wasn't it?
I had to give you your 3 points for the other one. Don't yell at me, chat. Nick is up by 3 points. He is up 12-9.
Come
Okay.
on.
This one I've never heard of before. So have fun.
Oh,
Just
great.
guessing. When did Too Dark release on the Windows, PS4, and Xbox One?
Too dark. T-O-O dark.
No, 2. The number 2, Dark.
Oh. Too dark.
What
Okay.
consoles again?
PS4,
Xbox One, and PC.
Jeez. So we know it's post 2013 or 2013 onwards. That's
Oh,
all
you
we
shouldn't
know.
have helped me, mate. I was busy
I
typing
put this
2001 right then.
I put this in there because it's
Are you
from
serious?
the guy. I put this in there because it was an indie game made by one of the guys behind the original Alone in the Dark. So it's pretty popular in the survival horror community.
God, I don't know.
Give me
This
your
is
years
a
in
random guess
5,
that I'm sure fucking John
4,
will get.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
You both get 3 points. You're fine, Nick. You also guessed, so
Yeah, but what? I can't get one out of my ass? He gets all of them out of his ass. I can't have one.
according to Bing Chat, this game is survival horror, and I can see it on the higher difficulties, even though it is very much a shooter. On the higher difficulties, it's really hard to have any ammo. What year did Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl release
Oh god, this is another one of those.
on
Trick
Xbox
questions.
and PC?
This
Give
is
me your
another
year.
one of those trick questions, isn't
In
it?
3, 2.
I'm gonna get this
1.
wrong, aren't I? I'm gonna get this wrong, aren't I?
We got a tie ball game. It
Yeah,
was
I knew it.
2024.
I forgot. I just completely forgot.
When did the actual Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica, release on Dreamcast and other various systems, I think? PS2, GameCube? Code
Well, it came
Veronica
out on Dreamcast,
was...
I think, first. I
Yeah,
think it was
Dreamcast was
exclusive to
first.
Dreamcast at first.
And it was 3, but Sony had the deal where any mainline things had to be them. So the offshoot was called 3, and the actual mainline title was called Code Veronica. Amazing game. Way better than 3. And supposedly one of the next remake targets, which makes me very happy. Gentlemen, give me your years in
shit.
5, 4. It's Dreamcast. You got like 3 years to choose from. 3.
I know, but I think
2.
I'm 1 year early. I think I'm 1 year early. I think
You're both
I'm 1 year
2000?
early.
You're both correct.
Oh, wow. So it was 2000. Whew, lucky.
Tie ball game. 1818.
I was worried it might be 01. I thought it might be 01.
All right. You know what?
Because I owned it.
I'm going to be cheeky. We've already done this game on the Super Famicom. What year did Clock Tower come out on the PlayStation 1? It was 92 on the Famicom.
I
What
know.
year for PlayStation 1?
Just gonna go with my usual.
Gentlemen, give me your years in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. '96.
96. It's 96, yeah. Fuck. I knew it.
Ah,
And I was tossing up between the two of them. Because the actual PlayStation came out in 95, but not everything would have been there at launch. So I'm like, was it a year later? And it was.
All right.
nice.
Well, we're still tied at 18. What year did the video game... What the hell is it in my list? It's disappeared. I swear to God, it was just here. Did I delete it? I did. Hold on. Boop. What year did the video game D2 release on the Dreamcast?
Oh, shit.
This is a really weird one. And it would be the... we'll go with the Japanese release. It was the first one. Just gives you some context.
D2?
What? D2.
D2.
Is in the letter D with a 2. Yes. Shit,
Developed
it's one
by
of 2 years.
Warp, directed by Kenji Ono, who also did the music.
This is one of 2 years, and I don't know if I'm going to be on or late.
I remember D2 being very odd.
Yep.
Gentlemen,
Shit.
give me your years for
One of
the
2 years.
Japanese release in 3, 2, 1. Yes, an RIP to Mr. Ono. So we've got a 2001 and a 99. Closest without going over. And getting it completely right is John with a 1999. It was now 3 points. He also would have been closest without going over if it was a US release of 2000. All right.
I thought 2000. I thought it might have been 2000.
Yeah, it was in the US. It might have been the same in Australia. But gentlemen, what year did Bethesda put out The Evil Within on Xbox One, PS4, and PC?
Shit.
Oh, I think I know that.
Well, think I know that, bruv.
First Evil Within. Not Evil Within 2, the first one.
Don't give him any more time. Come on, let's
3,
wrap this up.
2, 1.
They're both 2014?
Was it 2017?
No, it was 2014.
You got it.
Was the second one 2017?
I think it might have been. Better game, sold way worse. All right, 24-21. John is... I'm still in the deep voice. What year on the old PS2 did a little video game called Silent Hill 2 release? Silent Hill 2. PS2. Original. Not remake. Give me your years in 5, 4, 3,
Shit.
2, 1. We're gonna know one. We're gonna know one. You're both right. Oh, 1.
I'm getting sick of this bullshit how he keeps guessing the same years as me, because he didn't know that.
Your
Hey.
face made it look like you didn't know that.
No, I knew it was either 01. I was going to say one of 2 years, 01 or 04. And I'm like, was it early PS2 or later PS2? And then I went with early.
All right, well, PS4, Xbox One, and PC saw this game called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. When did it release? The merging of the Japanese and American names for this classic. John's got a 3-point lead. Gentlemen, when did this Xbox Play Anywhere game now come out? In 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit.
It is now a 6-point lead for John. 2017.
Yes.
That's it. I've only got one more. John has one. For fun.
I own that. 27. I own that RE7
Yeah, I remember
So
you
do
talking
I.
about
on PC. Never played it.
It's too scary for you. You're a giant pussy. For fun, what year did the original Fatal Frame release on PS2 and Xbox? Xbox might have been later. I don't know. PS2 we'll go with. Xbox Fuck Anywhere. I like this Walt Tony Tinebridge fellow. Fuck anywhere.
Fatal
On
Frame.
any box. Our bodies will make an X. Gentlemen, Give me your years in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 2000? 2000? Fucking. Wrong. It was 2001. And that was name again.
So I was the closest without
Replacement.
going over.
You're both 2000.
No,
No, I
John
put
was 2003.
So he gets a point, but I've
Okay,
already
so,
won, so
yeah.
I don't care.
Nick has 25. John has 30. John wins.
Remember it. I remember Fatal Frame. I feel like I remember Fatal Frame being on the back of the PS2's box. That's why I thought it was a launch game. I swear it was on the back of the PS2's box as a game being on PS2. So that's why I was like 2000.
So, who won for? Who did John win for? You didn't put it in the thing.
I didn't put it in the thing.
Wow.
I just read it out. Hold on.
They're not going to contact me anyway, so.
They probably won't. Cryon.
Krylon
Not
Tubbs?
Cryon.
Sister?
Cryon. For anyone who wants to know the tally, I am 15, John is 18.
That was name again. That was what I keep saying name again. That's what year, my dear. Probably the last
It
time.
is. And now it's time for community questions, which is a
No, it's not.
unique
It's not time for community questions yet.
which is a unique and wonderful benefit of our incredible Patreon community, as I was about
Is
to
he
say.
going to try and make me hit a song?
A song?
I think I thought he was accusing me
No.
of not thanking the
I just want
patrons.
to play.
That's right. I
literally was about to
wanting
do.
to talk
Yeah.
about the patrons.
I literally was
beginning-
about to do
The
it.
beginning of community questions is literally starting to thank the patrons as the piano music hits.
Yeah, big thank you to all of our Patreon community that make Xbox Era and every game we cover and every review, preview, feature, and general awesomeness that we manage to produce week in and week out possible. And one of the benefits of being a Patreon member is you get to write a really long, overly verbose question
They haven't
every
been that
week.
for a while.
I don't know. We've got a few,
I mean,
but
it's
we
been-
love them. We love reading them out. So
And
if
you know
want
what? We
that
need our
benefit-
patrons more than ever because
We
we
do.
want to send Nick to the Game Awards.
That's not
we
true. We
need
don't,
you
want
guys.
to do that.
We need you guys more.
This is a
You've-
lie.
You've been there. You've been there for the others to send them to Germany. Now I need you there for me.
Yeah, for
Go
economy.
to LA for the Game Awards. in
Economy.
You can
business
rub
class.
some shoulders with some celebs.
Or if maybe we can do something similar to what we did for Germany, where you guys cover my economy ticket and I will pay for the upgrade. To
You don't have the
business.
money to pay for your upgrade. You just did your Windows.
Actually, I've got to pay for. Oh shit! I've got to pay for those by the 26th. So I need to
You
organise.
definitely are not paying for extra.
I need to pay. I've got like another $6,000 I have to put on those by the 26th. But yes, please help me get to the Game
Wow,
Awards.
green
I'd love
kitty
to be
ears.
there.
We were invited last year if we were going to have anyone in the area. So you wouldn't have to
I
pay for
would
the
love
ticket.
to be at the Game Awards. That would be great. But yes, thanks patrons. You guys are great.
It's true. You are.
There's less of you than
The
ever.
best.
Please more.
There's less of you than ever.
We had like 6 cancels this week.
Oh, really?
Face.
We'll probably have
Almost-
another 6 after our politics talk.
most of them were just economic conditions. Like people don't have extra money.
Tariffs? Was it tariffs?
No, it's the economy going.
Was it tariffs? It was the tariffs.
Deadly Headley with a monthly membership renewal on YouTube.
Yep. Can we have the Ruben Bill song anyway, please? I should be in bed, but I'm playing Jump Ship. Happy weekend, gents. Everyone loves that song.
It
It's
is
called
an
Jump Space
annoyingly
Now.
good song.
Everyone loves that song.
Yep, but they hate the segment, oddly enough.
No, they love the segment. It's the most popular segment.
I have no doubt that it is.
It's really not hard to be more popular than the game shows.
It's true. Should we start
The-
from the
it's-
form for this?
Always
why
start
the
with the form.
people
Yeah.
It's why the people tune in. Okay, community questions. First community question is from Omen. Hope you're all having a good weekend. I am not. Have any of you seen Mickey 17?
Mhm.
I recently watched it and feel like it's a great movie to watch for those of us eagerly anticipating Outer Worlds 2 and has similar themes. Well, Omen, as a patron, you should be aware that we have a patron exclusive show called Sick and Nick's Flicks, where we watched Mickey 17 in one of our recent episodes.
2 episodes ago.
Sick and Nick's Flicks, yeah. 2 episodes ago, so it was a recent episode.
Yep.
It doesn't mean the episode aired recently.
I'm saying it was
'Cause
very
it did
recent.
not.
Oh, no. Yeah. It was a long time.
It did not. But
It was in February.
it was technically a recent episode, as in it was 2 episodes ago. Where we talked about our not so love of
No, I
Mickey 17,
really
at
liked
least
it.
for John
You
and
two
I.
did not. Yeah. I
Yeah,
really
I-
enjoyed
John
it.
and I did not enjoy it.
It started off well, but then the main character was unlikable. And
It was just
kind
a
of
bit
fell-
boring.
Yeah, it just fell over for me.
It was just a bit nothing. It had promise. The trailer was good, but the actual movie itself, less so. But yes, we weren't huge fans of it, so sorry.
One thing
about
I've
that.
learned, John's taste in movies aren't any better than Nick's.
My taste in movies is exquisite.
Your taste in
I have my
movies
taste in
is
movies.
juvenile.
Is exquisite. People like me are why the movie industry used to thrive. Because I used to
Alright,
go
fine.
watch
People
everything
really
at the
want it.
cinema. I used to go watch everything at the cinema.
People really
back in
want the
day.
music. We're not doing a rumor mill, but they can have the song.
John and Jesse were better forever if they could get the road.
Right, okay. There you go. Do we
I
think
may have
Outworld
a, I
2
may have a, I may have a rumor. Ooh.
No.
No. Outworld
I mean, you
2
might. I'll
similar
just mute
themes
you.
to Mickey 17, Jesse? What do you think?
Huh? Oh, yeah. It's about capitalism and how it doesn't value human labor and all that type of stuff, because it's not quite the same, whereas the thing they were doing in Mickey 17 was outlawed and not supposed to be done, whereas it's just the norm in Outer Worlds 2. But yeah, I can see it. There is no rumor, MJ Fadeaway. I just played the music for people.
I mean, there may be.
If
a
you keep
rumor.
losing your mind in chat, I'll never play it again. I will scrub it from the internet.
What was that?
I will scrub the rumor mill song from the internet if people keep demanding a rumor and you try and say it. And then I hit this button and neither you or John can be heard. No one can heard any words of what was said by you. Still can't hear them, can you, folks?
Don't do it.
But they won't. You won't even know who the studio is or the developer, the publisher, anything. So it can't ruin a relationship if I don't mention a publisher or
Feel
a
free
developer.
to tweet it out as much as you want.
But I'm not mentioning anyone, so it shouldn't make a difference.
Nope.
It shouldn't make a difference. If the complaint was, "Oh, it damages our relationships," not if.
John, do you want to read the next one from Hyphen G?
Oh, Nick. Let it go.
Hyphen G. Hello, folk. So in the last headlines, Sikamikanico said how much he liked Jump Space, that so much of the game tickled his fancy. Playing online with friends, combining Left 4 Dead combat mechanics, has ad hoc crew social interactions, and finally it has shooting and spaceship flying. And yet, it's his second favourite game this year, behind Blueprints, which has none of these things. Nick, do the cross forearm slash when you say none. Oh. Oops. None. Sick. What gives? How can you say that a game has all of your favourite gaming bits comes second to a game that has none of your favourite gaming bits?
He
I
gave one a
can- I
10 and
can
now
say
he's
it.
stuck.
I know I can say it. As much as those are a lot of my very favourite gaming-y things to do, Blueprints has it be in one key area, which is making me feel like an absolute genius. And my ego appreciates that above all other things.
You've never felt that way before?
Yeah, it's the first time, and now I'm addicted to it. No, like Blueprints is just, I have not had a game grabbed me and refused to let me go like that in a very, very,
I
very
was so
long time.
bored by that game. And I was getting the puzzles.
Really?
What
about Balatro?
Blueprints is so dense, whereas Balatro is just how can I make the best run? Whereas Blueprints is like...
You've got to have the intellectual capacity to appreciate Blueprints in all its forms. And if it's a bit beneath you, I wouldn't judge you too harshly. Something like that.
You also had a very specific experience with Blueprints and a bunch of people playing it at the same time for reviews, which most people can't have. It's the Mario Maker thing. Why did so many people in gaming coverage love Mario Maker or people who stream? It's because they had a very different experience from people who were just playing it for fun.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Hmm.
You've got to have a high IQ to enjoy Blueprint. No, it's just an exquisitely designed game, and I love it for that.
Okay.
There was a thing about the next question from ItzFinn. When the forum question comes up, it's a long one.
He tagged me on Discord.
Yeah, I tagged you as well because you read them. I don't.
Read the quotation.
So the thing in there is to be a PS. So read the question, and then add a PS on because the question's not unbelievably long enough.
ItzFinn. Good evening / morning, gentlemen and crew of Xbox Era. Hope your week / weekend is well. Not going to rant about Xbox consoles going up on price, but if you're still getting sticker shock of it, look no further than way back when games were expensive and consoles as well. That's all. AKA, I hate living in America right now and I never wanted this. Anywho, a couple of days ago, I was browsing through my list of albums of game soundtracks that I have both saved in a hard drive and on Apple Music / YouTube Music. Hate Spotify, by the way, just saying. So do I. Spotify's shit. And I noticed that I have a huge list of albums, mostly for video games, and I said to myself, hold on, that's how many I have saved? There are still some that are region locked, but it surprises me how much I taste the video game soundtrack in comparison to other mediums. And of course, this week is Tokyo Game Show, and Xbox will have a pre-recorded live stream on Thursday morning, so hopefully we'll get more and more Japanese games to Xbox besides the ones that are supporting / releasing games on Xbox we've already known. By the way, nice to see Minasato Kato being the head of Xbox Asia and hoping it'll strengthen Xbox's relationship with Japan and other Asian regions. 2 questions. Without looking, how many game soundtrack albums have you saved? What's the estimated numbers you have saved? 0. I've not saved any.
40?
0.
For the first time ever, I listened to one the other day, which was Prince of Persia Rogue Prince. The Rogue Prince Prince of Persia soundtrack, because that's one of the greatest
the Rouge
game
Prince.
soundtracks. That's one of the greatest.
I used to save more before YouTube Music. Like I would buy and save them.
And every now and again, I'll just listen to Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack on YouTube. Because it's amazing. Number 2, if anyone in the future of Xbox Era crew were to go to Japan one day or during TGS, what company / creator would you interview for Xbox Era? Someone from old Sega.
Peter Moore.
But he's not in Japan.
He might be. Maybe his soccer team's playing there for a whatever they call him.
A match?
Maybe Yuzo Koshiro.
Friendly.
Who did the Streets of Rage 2, or most of Streets of Rage 2, but particularly the soundtrack. Maybe Yuzo Koshiro.
Let's play some video game music I got.
I don't know particularly. Although, if
Play
anyone...
Streets of Rage 2, go straight.
I don't have it.
If anyone from Xbox Era was to go to Japan, I would love for Cengus to go because he can actually read and I presume speak a little Japanese.
I used to be able to.
No,
Konnichiwa.
Did it at high school. I did Japanese at high school.
that's cool.
I was pretty good at it. But now I remember very little of it, outside of like a few words here and there, minor phrases. I always used to laugh. Back then, I always used to laugh at the words that sounded like English, like it was just an English person saying Japanese words. Because Greek sometimes has that as well. Like it's Japanese, but it just sounds like an English word, like skateboard, which is skateboard. It just sounds like you're saying skateboard with an accent. Midiku for milk. Onomae wa nan desu ka? Which is, I think that's like, what's your name? And then you would say, Jaundice. Not jaundice, jaundice.
Jaundiced.
But yes, I used to be pretty good at Japanese back in the day, like 30 years ago.
This music rocks out your head.
Cheers and have a good weekend. P.S. Turning 26 on Monday, my birthday, and yes, I'm an autumn baby, but I feel that while I'm young, I'm already getting into that cranky mood, but it comes with age. And damn you, Yogataro, why do you have to make Naya Automata so emotional? You damn madman. Now, what's the part he said?
There's another PS on the Discord. Why do we not have a Nier Automata review? Because we did not exist when it was new.
Yep.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yep. Simple answer.
I know it came to Xbox later. Going back and doing old shit, real hard to do anymore.
What is it you can't face?
Oh.
Yep.
What is it you can't face?
Okay, I meant to actually play this.
You can't face?
I want to keep playing video game music, but it's too good and distracting. This is chill.
Told you. Streets of Rage go straight.
What's that? Hunter be hunted by The Witcher 3? Okay.
Last question on the form.
Assassin's put a picture up on Twitter for this.
What?
He's tagged us in a picture on Twitter for this.
Has he?
Yeah.
Let me check Twitter.
Well, it's basically for Jesse to put up on the screen, I presume.
Oh, he just put this up because this did not exist before I started. I did not turn off responses. So let me get to it.
Used to be $60. Okay. Okay. Hello to John, Nick, and Jesse. Grand benefactor Ashashim. I've been having a lot of fun with Shinobi. Oh man, Shinobi. The art style and fluidity of the game is outstanding, and I'm surprisingly having fun, even though a couple of times I died with BS. Yes, that is the platforming that Jesse and I talked about, which is less than great. Despite that, I'm upset. How are we 5 years into the console generation and consoles have gone up? $650 to $800 for a Series X or $499 for a Series S? I know consoles aren't the main concern for Microsoft anymore, but this is just infuriating for people who are going to upgrade for GTA 6 or whatever next-gen game they were eyeing. It's even sadder that my friend... It's even sadder that my friend, so no one should get upset. Because no one were upset when Nintendo and Sony raised their prices. Spoiler alert, everyone but the fanboys.
It's probably said no one should get upset.
Yeah.
My friend said no one should get upset.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. My question is, given the current state of gaming, which year should you guys go back to? Would you guys go back to? I never experienced the 360 gen, so I'd pick 2005. Thank you for all you guys do. Apologies for the frustration. God, you never experienced the 360 gen.
Oh, this is still the best gen by far for me for games. Never been better.
Sad.
And here is the meme he posted.
Yeah, like as much as like everything's crazy expensive and the world is literally just shit awful across the globe right now. Like 2025 for me has been one of the best years I can remember. Like there is so much genuinely great video games to play, but nostalgia wise, the 360 gen, I was mid-20s. I had my own house. It was great. It was like working nights, playing games all night. It was awesome. Like I would love to go back to 2005.
Well, the craziest thing is it's never been more affordable to play games.
Hold on. So Assassin just said in the chat, I was born in 98. Yeah, okay. So you were 7 when the 360 came out. So that's
maybe his parents didn't buy it for him.
My first console I got when I was 7 or 8. So I remember my Master System. So there's no reason the 360 gen couldn't have been your favorite.
But he's saying he didn't have it.
He didn't have it. That's why it skipped him.
Yeah. He might have been able to have played it, but if no one bought it for you at that age, you didn't have it.
Maybe. Look, in terms of the quality of games, it's easy to argue that currently right now is one of the best.
I would say quality and affordability overall.
Yeah. But in terms of the overall... the entire package that makes up a generation, so not just the games, but everything. The consoles, the experiences,
the technology,
like midnight launches, just everything that a generation brings. it's hard for me to go past Gen 6.
No numbers. Numbers don't actually exist. They were made up for Wikipedia.
The Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, original Xbox gen. That is probably my favorite if I have to pin one down. Like, that was the time when we just started going online with games. The Dreamcast is the greatest console ever made, so that's in that gen. You've got Sony's supposedly greatest ever console in the PS2. That's the last time Nintendo tried to compete on a hardware front with the GameCube. That was when Xbox started, while we're all here, and we got this amazing console where Microsoft said, fuck it, and put a PC into a tiny case. We got Xbox Live. Like, just as a gen, Halo 2 launched in that gen, and that was like the biggest commercial event launch for a video game.
Halo 3 was fucking an event, man.
That's when we got... No, Halo 2 was a much bigger event. That's when we got...
Not from my perspective.
Grand Theft Auto...
IMAX for Halo 3.
That's when we got Grand Theft Auto 3 in that generation. It's hard for me to go past that generation. Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, and OG Xbox. Just as an overall... Not just the games. As I clarified, not just the games, just as an overall experience of a generation, that's probably the best one, I think. For me. That was good. That was a really... I turned 19 in 1999 with the Dreamcast. So that I was just at that right age, like you said, John. Making my own money, paying for my own shit. That's the one for me.
And all of those games combined are less than a single day of Grow a Garden. It's depressing.
A single day of what?
Grow a Garden in Roblox has like 24 million players at a time. It's very disappointing.
Why would I care about that?
No, I'm just talking about the actual reality of what we look back to and like, what do you want to go back to? And it was so great and amazing at the time. And it's crazy how much bigger gaming has gotten and what people nowadays are used to. It's like it'll never go back.
I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm not measuring it on that.
I know. I was just... Never mind. I wasn't saying you were.
What's your favorite, John? 360 gen?
Yeah, I think it was just the right period in my life. Like, arguably, it led to right now. Like, making the first ever Forge map in Halo 3's matchmaking, like the late night double team and Team Slayer stuff. Like Mass Effect was that generation, which is one of my favorite sci-fi trilogies of all time. It was the time. Like
360, the 360 gen was. I was almost going to say the 360 gen, almost, because Xbox Live really took off and blossomed, and we got cool things like achievements became a thing, and achievement hunting was really like huge to the point, there was events within achievements. So there was this massive NBA 2K6 event where everyone jumped online at the same time to try, the whole community got together to try and get this one achievement where you have to have 3,000 people online at once at a specific time. So we all organized to get online. The PlayStation released what I would argue is their best console, the PlayStation 3. So where you see Sony starting now with single-player games, that started on the PS3. Nintendo and their current direction started that generation with the Wii. And the Wii was an amazing console. Like, Wii Sports alone sold that console. We had all the handhelds back then in that generation. So I almost said Gen 7, almost, but decided to go with Gen 6 for myself. But yeah. But I can very much see the argument for Gen 7 as well. And Jesse is saying now, isn't he? Jesse is saying now.
Yeah.
Current gen.
Yeah, I don't have any particular attachment to old stuff. I never have. That's just me, though, as a person. Like, I don't look at old TV shows or old movies and go, boy, I miss it.
Yeah, I know, but things like midnight launches were cool as well. They were also annoying in some ways.
Yeah, it's when you're looking back, you really remember the good, and you don't remember
Yes.
the bad. And I
Yes,
remember
you don't
so much
remember
of
the
that.
bad.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad or those games are bad. They're amazing. They're the best they ever
Holidays
were.
are the same.
But yeah.
You look back on holidays, like I look back on my time in Germany much more fondly now, as opposed to when I was in the weeds
you were
with all you
traveling.
filthy
Yeah.
people, and I was cleaning the bathroom, and I was cleaning the kitchen, and I was cleaning. That fades.
You
into
would have
the
liked this
background
year
a little
better.
bit more.
It was much less rowdy Brits.
Yeah. So you look back more fondly on holidays much later.
But,
Yeah.
but it was expensive as shit to play everything before. It was so much more money.
Yeah, it was.
It was a lot of it was also it was hard to find copies of stuff if that wasn't full price at launch, or even that were full price at launch. And like we had $60, and it's like, I mean, during the cartridge eras, you did not. The biggest games were a lot more than that, and it actually went down to 50 when we had CDs, because CDs were terrible, but they were cheap.
Cheap as.
Yeah, and then
Cents.
DVDs.
They used to cost cents.
Yeah, like, and Blu-rays were awful, and they still are awful. And having to play something off of a Blu-ray is a bad experience. It is slow as shit. It is
It
garbage.
feels like that technology just never advanced.
No, it was always worse than HD DVD.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It feels like it never really advanced.
up until this generation, consoles always went down in price, but component prices don't go down anymore. So while the consoles are better than they've ever had in comparison to recent PC technology, because consoles were above them for a while, then PCs caught up and just went whoosh during the Xbox One and PS4 era, way by it, what you could get from a console.
Assassin also said in the chat, I got the 360 in 2013. Jesus. Didn't experience peak 360. First gaming device I had was a Nintendo DS. I had a DS at launch. I've still got my launch DS with Metroid Prime Hunters demo on it. It's a limited edition now.
But FOMO was
so
always expensive.
Yeah. Oh, very. So yes, so that's the last form question. We now have a forum question.
Forum.
Only a few of them.
Jesse brother. Happy podcast 281, you human paraquats. Paraquats? Paraquats? I don't know what that is. What's a paraquat? What's a paraquat?
I don't know. Paraquat lawsuit attorneys is what pops up when I put it in there. It is
Fluorine.
it's a chemical compound.
What?
By
when I try
pyridinium
look it up-
dichloride.
Is that a word? Because when I go to look it up, it just says parquet, like parquet flooring.
Paraquat
Is that a
is
word?
right here on Wikipedia. It is a
Synthetic herbicide.
yeah.
Gramoxone.
Oh, he's calling us a killer herbicide.
It's
Wow,
highly
thank you.
toxic to humans and other animals.
Wow, man, that's
Oh.
so.
He explains it in the next line. Please read.
That's a line I heard in one of my favorite films, The Big Lebowski. I looked it up, and apparently a paraquat is a really strong weed killer. So I don't think it applies to any of you,
okay.
not even Nick. I would argue
next
it
week.
might apply to me.
No, you're
I
so
would
weak.
argue. Nah, but I am a weed killer.
Somebody could look at you too hard and your little chicken legs would snap.
Yeah. But it all looks good, though.
Yeah.
Another film
Agreed.
I recently saw and ended up loving was Weapons. God, I still haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, it's on my list.
I usually find most horror films pretty dumb, but when it's done well, it can be great, like Weapons or Sinners. When it's not, you get garbage like Longlegs. Yeah, Longlegs was very overrated. This week's question is for John. I know you've played a limited build of The Expanse, Osiris Reborn,
Watched.
and I know you can't say too much about it. Can you at least tell a fellow lover of The Expanse and Mass Effect series why it compares with the Mass Effect games so well?
I never played Massive. Never played Mass Effect. Never played The Expanse.
You never
Osiris Reborn.
reviewed
I only
Mass
got
Effect
to-
Trilogy.
That's true. I never got to sit and watch an hour of it being live demoed in front of me. I did not go hands-on. But I think why it's compared with Mass Effect is because Mass Effect took the potential of a realistic science fiction future, but added aliens and all sorts of things. The Expanse is super realistic, but is just delving into that more sci-fi fantasy slant. it just feels grounded. I think is the best way to put it. But I'm really anticipating what Owlcat are making. I think it looks fantastic. And I literally just binge watched all of season 5 of The Expanse today because I only ever watched up to the end of season 3. Or season 4. Might have been season 4. I only ever watched up to season 4, and then I think I had real life shit happen, and I just never caught up with the last 2 seasons. So no spoilers, please, because we binged season 5 in its entirety today, and we were like, what? And then, now we've got season 6, final season to watch. But, oh, man, what a show. What a show. So good.
How dare you not watch all of it?
I'm in a weird spot with horror movies. My thing with horror movies is I generally really enjoy them. And most horror movies are actually quite good for 90% of the movie. And then most of them end like shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, the problem comes from, I feel like, I have no proof of this, it's just a hunch. I feel like the way most horror movies are made these days is some director or some writer, some whatever, thinks of the cool set pieces, the cool scary stuff to put in the trailer, and then they try and wrap the movie around that and make up the movie as they go, and that's why they end like shit.
I think that's the way most movies are written, with a very different script and is shot, and the people who change the script up think that way.
Really?
Like the movie executives who come in and Hollywoodify a lot of it are the ones that really focus on set pieces and cool looks and mess up story beats because of that.
Like, Bring Her Back is one of the rare horror movies that ends okay. I didn't mind how Bring Her Back ended.
But then you
And
hated
it was made
Heretic.
it was made by 2 Greek boys from Melbourne, so it doesn't surprise me.
One of them's doing a barbed wire death match.
Really? But yeah, that's what disappoints me about a lot of horror movies. Like, I'll be enjoying it, and then it just ends really dumb. Is Death of a Unicorn technically a horror movie?
It's a comedy horror.
Which is what
horror.
Weapons
Death
is
of a
also.
Unicorn's really good.
Weapons is very funny while being a horror movie.
I want to see it. It looks good. But watch Death of a Unicorn if you haven't. That was surprisingly good. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of those movies that doesn't get made much anymore. Yeah. What else? Heretic was okay. I didn't like how it ended in the end. Heretic.
I liked how it ended in the beginning.
Like, I wish directors would get over this idea that every movie has to end badly. Like, you can have happy endings. Like, can we bring back happy endings in movies? Life is already shit enough as it is. Like, we don't need our movies to be shit too. Like, let's have happy endings. Let the good guys win. Let the person who was almost dying live. It's okay.
Did
we talk about Heretic? Did we do Heretic on Sick and Flix?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we had that big debate about whether we think she was dead or not, right?
Yeah.
And you guys, we disagreed. I think I said she's dead.
Yeah.
And you guys thought she was alive.
So she might be, yeah.
But the fact that she had no cell reception despite being outside clearly indicated that she was dead.
Yeah, we had this whole discussion.
Yeah. What does the chat think? Because no one watched that episode. So what does the chat think? So for those of you in the chat who watched Heretic... Sorry?
Bing Chat says no, not dead. Hey, I said it, it's not true.
Fuck what Bing Chat says.
Bill Gates.
Like, for those of you in the chat who watched Heretic, she was dead. She was very clearly dead.
It is left open to interpretation with no wrong interpretation is how it is
That's
written.
why they zoomed in. That's why they zoomed in on her phone to show you there was no reception despite her being outside. That was the clue. They were giving you the clue that, hey...
At the end of
she's still
Inception,
actually
is
dead.
he in the dream world or in the real world? There is no correct answer. On purpose.
Well, there is. The director would know. The director would know the answer, and
but
it's just whether they choose to give that answer or
But
not.
Christopher Nolan has said he will never give the answer again. Because he gave the answer one time and people lost their shit. And he's like, it is just, there is no correct answer.
Why would people lose their shit?
Because people lose their shit over the dumbest stuff forever. So technically, there is no correct answer.
So then you explain to me why her mobile phone still had no reception
To
and why they
make
decided
it
to focus
obfuscated
that.
on if she is or isn't.
No, they
It's-
didn't. They showed that to show she's dead.
No, they showed that to make it so she could be. She might be. Yeah. There's no
But
answer.
if she's outside, then she would have reception. If she was alive and outside, she would have reception.
Probably.
They very clearly focused while she was down there. They showed she had no reception.
You're never going to bed, John.
She got out, and then all of a sudden they zoomed in on that phone when it fell and showed still no reception. She is dead. It's sad. It's a sad ending that maybe says, "Ooh, is it a happy ending?" Come on, guys. You're smart.
You are incredibly literal, and you can't look like if somebody writes something, you Ron Burgundy it, and somebody does something in a movie, and you immediately jump, it must be this, when their intention is, yeah, maybe. It's up to you.
But they're making a movie. Like, you wouldn't need to zoom in on the camera if you're not trying to show that.
They're trying to show that to make it so you don't know.
No, her escaping is them going, "Oh, she's alive," but then the little, "Oh, but look at the phone, no reception. She's dead."
Yes, they're it could be. They want you to think either or. That's what they want.
I haven't seen Sopranos, so I don't know.
Oh, David Chase has said he's dead.
Sorry?
David Chase has just said yes. He is.
What? Who's dead?
The end of Sopranos.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't. My wife watched all of Sopranos. I didn't watch it.
It's good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very good show. I watched a couple of episodes here and there, and I enjoyed what I saw. Next question.
Not hyphen,
Hytham G.
but Hytham.
Hytham G.
Man,
So my
it's been
prediction for
20 years.
TGS.
Spoilers.
So my prediction for TGS is yes. We can all agree new Forza game based in Japan could be the reveal of that game, but for the others, I'm predicting is Grand Blue Fantasy Games with Sony money hatting CY Games to be timed exclusive, along with Japanese non-Japanese games like Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Fates series games, and whatever I can list. But I will take it anyway, so go Microsoft, amuse the consumers of the land of the rising sun. P.S. John, are you available for next week of, let's say, a question of your hatred of Halloween in A to C question? And if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll respect your will. If anything...
I am available next week. Are we going out? I'll eat anything with meat in it.
He meant without money hatting. He says in chat.
What?
The money hatting
Yeah,
thing.
I am here
Oh,
next
okay.
week. And yes, I do hate Halloween. But Hytham, you can always ask whatever question you damned well please, sir.
Just not about Charlie Kirk.
Yep. But yes, we did talk about our predictions for TGS.
Mm-hmm. He named
Yeah.
many of the things
Hopefully.
that are the smaller publishers and devs
Yeah.
that they haven't gotten yet, which makes sense to try and get.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good show. I think it should be. Maybe not great, but good. Next question. Didact 3. Hello, beautiful panel. We know Microsoft loves to drop bad news on Fridays. This time it was another hardware price hike. One thing I've heard from Rand on yesterday's XP2 podcast was that the decline on hardware sales data will only become worse with this over time. And with that, Microsoft will use that as to ask themselves the question, why are we still doing hardware? We know Microsoft is a data-driven company, and now being the biggest game publisher in the world, it makes hardware being low not a big deal as back then. So is Microsoft intentionally sabotaging their Xbox hardware sales, at least this gen, since we've had no COD bundles, deals, or anything to really move more hardware to try and justify quitting hardware, or just having devices like the Xbox Ally in the future?
We know
Well, I
the
mean,
future
that was the
plans.
rumor. That was the rumor a long time ago. The rumor was that they're just going to go full OEM. They just won't bother making consoles anymore and let OEMs do it, which it looks like that's where they're heading.
Well,
I reckon.
The they just announced a long-term handheld cloud PC console partnership with AMD. AMD's future are chiplet designs where you choose a CPU You choose the GPU, and you choose to activate the Xbox back compat on that GPU. That's their future. Like, their future isn't we're going to make bespoke Xbox chips. It is Xbox is a part of the AMD chips, and you can pay to have it activated as long as that chip meets the requirements for back compat, and away you go. So no, there'll be more Xbox hardware than ever. It won't go away. It'll just be very different.
I think next gen will be the last of that traditional Xbox console we have always known and loved.
I don't expect a traditional console next gen. I only expect the PC.
Maybe.
I don't know what I expect, but yeah, Microsoft just aren't willing to throw money at it. Put simply, they're just not looking to compete in that way.
No.
Rightly or wrongly.
There was a very long article from Chris String about the problems that the console hardware business faces for everyone. The new gen doesn't give a shit about them. They just aren't interested in buying
Nintendo.
consoles.
But yeah.
Except Nintendo.
Nintendo's a unicorn who eventually is just going to run face first into a wall.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They will not. They're immune to all of it.
Tell that to the Wii U
They are
generation.
Rightly, wrongly, whatever, they are immune to all of it.
They are immune because they've got a bunch of us who still exist and buy all their hardware. Once we are gone, they're not going to have that user base anymore, and they're going to have to figure it out.
I don't think that's true. There's not 155 million of us.
There wasn't 155 million people that bought consoles. A lot of people bought multiple. You have 12.
But that's the case for every single console,
Yes.
though. I bought 5 PS3s.
Yes, and we're aging out for everyone.
I bought 10 360s across that generation.
Yeah, you're making my point. The Switch
I'm
2
just saying.
took off like a rocket, and it's not going to keep up with the Switch 1.
No, I wouldn't
unit-wise,
expect it to.
But
I
they
wouldn't
keep
expect
upping.
it to.
They're upping their prices to try and keep making more money. But they can't do that forever. So they're going to have to figure something else out.
I still think the Switch 2 hits close to 100.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it will.
I
No
think
way in
I think
hell.
it'll get close to 100.
They went from having 300 to having 150 at a much better price.
What I'm saying is, because I don't think you're going to see as much multiple console buying because of how expensive it's become. So I don't think you're going to
And
see
how
that
they
as
kind of
much.
ruin sharing for people who like the old system.
But I still think you'll see Nintendo Switch 2 get in the 85 to 100 range, which is still a very good number. But they'll make more money because of it. So because they're selling at a higher price, you'll see a drop in total sales, but they'll make more money.
I'll be very curious to see what the updated numbers are for the Switch 2, because we know it's sold 5.7 or 6 million by the end of
Very quickly.
July.
Very quickly.
I would say to you, and this is pure anecdotal, pulling it out my arse, I would say that everybody that loves Nintendo bought a Nintendo Switch 2.
At launch, yes.
And the question is now is like, how many others are going to jump on? I don't know if it's going to be in the 80 to 100 million by the end of that generation. I really
I
doubt
think it will.
We'll see.
Nintendo left themselves the wriggle room to drop the price over time.
We'll see. Roll
It
on
might not
episode
be huge.
No, their price is going up
712
over
of the
time.
Xbox Era Podcast.
No,
We'll have
no,
that
no.
discussion.
No. I reckon it'll go there.
Their price will only go up.
I disagree.
That's just the way tariffs are. See, why they weren't hit as heavily at the start is because they just had an insane amount of stock early on. As they refresh and they have to pay more and more tariffs, it would only go up. Yeah, it's
Tariffs will go away
in
one
stock at every single Target and Best Buy around me. And it hadn't been before. That's anecdotal. I know.
I was curious to see the Australian sales because there was never a problem getting the Switch 2 at any point down here, where Switch 1 at the start was hard to get. Switch 2, no problems. None whatsoever. Stock everywhere.
Yeah, but they were stocking up for a very long time.
Yeah, I think they just flooded to make sure they had stock for everyone that wanted one.
Once this administration was coming in, it was very clear tariffs were going to hit.
And it worked because it was their best launch ever.
Yep.
So it worked. I wish, I bet Sony and Microsoft wish they'd done the same back in 2020. But that was trickier. Okay. Last question. Good old Collingwood. Hello, John, Nick, and Jesse. So last week, during the Nintendo Direct, we heard a lot of the mention of the phrase paid DLC. A week earlier, the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle paid DLC, The Order of the Giants, was released. Now, some people complain that more often than not, DLC is only an excuse to add to the main game things that should have been there at launch, and monetizing things that should be free. Others said that DLC was extending the life of games. So what do you think DLC is, and what do you think it should do?
The only way single-player content can exist anymore.
I've always been a massive fan of DLC in its 360 gen form. I remember when DLC was first a thing back then.
You know what the bad DLC is? The bad DLC is on disc or on cart. So like when the Pokemon ZA Legends DLC is already on the cart at launch, that's bad DLC. It's already there. It's already done.
I like the original form of DLC. So a game comes out, it sales, it does whatever, people play it, and then a year, 2 years, 3 years down the track, the developer's like, hey, we want to keep this game going. Here's another story. Here's an expansion. Here's that original pure form of DLC that originally came out in the 360 gen. That I used to love that. I'm like, wow, this game that I've been playing for a year or two that I loved is getting more. I can pay $10, $20 and keep playing this game and get another adventure or another story within this game. That's fucking awesome. That I like. On the argument that, it's just stuff that should have been there at launch, I don't know if I've ever bought into that argument because games are so big now that I find it
keeping your scope in check is cutting out stuff that eventually can become DLC. Like games have to come out at some point, and so you're always going to have ideas and thoughts and things you cut out, and then you come back to later to do more work on that needs to be paid for because it wasn't going to be a part of the main game. So like it's just always that argument of 1.0 has to come out eventually, and if we keep working on it, we need to be paid for that work because it can be hundreds of people doing it at times. So it's I do get the cynicism around this industry, but I don't know. Like I don't think it's too sinister because again, games are bigger than they've ever been. Like the games we get now are bigger than the 360 gen games with all their DLC. Like so I don't know if I agree that they just intentionally cut shit to be able to sell it later. I'm sure it's happened, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are instances where that has happened. Because I'm not that naive to think it wouldn't happen. But I'd like to believe in most cases, it's more like Jesse said, hey, this didn't get in, we just couldn't make it happen to release this and budgets and blah, 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 blah. Or, hey, this game's been out for a couple of years, let's add more to it. And I don't mind what Capcom does with the Resident Evil DLC where they release like unlocks for like $3. And it's like, yeah, pay $3 and it shows you everything on the map and it gives you unlimited ammo and it gives you I'm like, I like this DLC.
Like when Battlefield, after it's been out for a while, they sell like the shortcuts to have all of the stuff unlocked. So that
I love that. I love shit like that. Why not? I love shit like that. That's cool. Why not do it? But who's it harming, Jesse?
Me.
It's getting more people to the game.
Oh, well. I don't know why it's not. Oh, the cat hit it.
Cat ran over my XLR.
I love that in Resident Evil 2 remake, where they released this $5 unlock that just gave me unlimited ammo and all this shit. I was like, this is amazing.
Because I don't find mindless difficulty fun.
And then Mr. X comes along, and I was like, I'm not scared of you anymore, motherfucker. I've got an unlimited rocket launcher. And I just started going bang, bang, Man, it was so much fun. It was just great.
I would find that fun after I've already done the struggle. Like, those are New Game Pluses I like. Like,
Oh, I had beaten the game. Yes,
Okay.
this is all in New Game Plus. I had
Yeah,
beaten
that's
the
fine
game
then.
already the hard way. And then in my New Game Pluses, I'm like, fuck this. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Just taking everything out. It
Well,
was
Buzz Swan, it's my cat's fault because my cat was in the garbage, and I got up and yelled at her, and then she ran across my desk and pressed buttons. She's a skank. But yeah, if you've already beaten the game and all that, then yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love shit like that. And Capcom does it better than anyone. They do it for a lot of their games. I'm waiting for the Resident Evil 4 one. I hope they do one for Resident Evil 4
Man,
where I
it
can
is-
just pay $5 and it gives me God mode.
It is amazing how much they messed up Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, Monster Hunter Worlds is their biggest game ever, and Monster Hunter Wilds is not going to match that at all.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So that's it.
That's it.
The end of the show.
That's the end of the show.
In a
Right,
nutshell.
it is. Big thank you to everybody in the chat for hanging around, chatting, and for
Yeah,
your
thanks.
generosity today. Like,
Yeah,
Mm.
it was
Generous.
nice.
Oh
It
no!
was good,
Please
all those
don't keep
Superchats
sending
today.
more super chats and make us stay up later.
No.
Yeah.
If you're going to do anything, you should probably head to patreon.com/XboxEra where you can support us directly. And it's the best way to do so if you are feeling inclined. But we will be back on Tuesday for headlines, Thursday for headlines, but also Thursday for a very special Tokyo Game Show broadcast, which should be fun with all of us three and Ursel.
It would probably just go into headlines when we're done.
Yeah, I suppose it's about
Yeah,
that time,
why
right?
get back up and do more?
Yeah, we'll just talk about it and just.
Guess
count
it
as
depends.
one
If it's like
show.
a 45-minute long show and then there's still 3 hours to headlines, we'll do headlines. Now that I think about it.
But yeah, otherwise, thank you for watching. You know the drill. Be good to each other, play video games, and try and have fun because the world is a miserable, awful place. We'll be back to try and relieve some of that and entertain you next Saturday for the Xbox.
We'll have a lot more
podcast.
political talk. Don't worry.
No.
I mean, no political talk.
That's right.
Mate, the controversy gets the super chats churning, so I reckon we need to get real controversial and political.
Yeah.
Heard about this
That's why-
Alyssa
that's what
Mercante. I see a bunch of channels that
That's what I reckon.
their entire channel is just yelling about her. And I met her in person.
I reckon
John and
we
I
should,
did.
next
She's nice.
episode, we should delve right into the Palestine-Israel Gaza situation.
That's not.
We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.
We should delve right in.
Bye, everybody.
Come out here by midnight. Come around here by midnight. Make me feel so good. Every night about midnight, she comes to my house, make me feel alright. Walking down the street, she knock on the door. Walking down the street, she knock on the door. Oh, she come in my room, make me feel so good. You know what I wanna do? Well, she make me feel alright. She's a natural born woman, natural soul sender, natural woman, natural soul sender. She come here about midnight, yeah. I'll tell you about my baby, yeah. Well, you know she comes around, oh. She's 5'4", midnight, from her head to the ground. Well, she comes around here about midnight, just about midnight.